It's live. It's, wow, that light's really bright. I have to sit back here. Otherwise I'm like completely white. Let me see if I can.
Also, that makes it warmer. I don't know if it warms up the room.
It's warming us up for sure. But it's, if I get too
Should I
close
give
to
this to Finn? That'd be a party for him.
Is there a bone in that?
Yes, but it's so big. You know?
You can try it. This is where I want to be able to see the comments. Is anybody? Oh, hi! There's like 11 people there. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year's. I don't know if it's New Year's where you guys are. We still have, oh my God, we still have 5 hours. We're never going to make it. Where are you guys? This light's really bright. I think it's too bright. Because I'm really white. Are you videotaping the dog?
Yeah.
Happy New Year's! Look how white my face is.
Go, baby. Go. Go.
Let me see.
He doesn't get it. He's like, this is too much.
It is, it's a lot. I'm gonna try to adjust this light. Is that wine? Yes, it's wine and it's champagne. New York! Oh, you guys only have 2 hours to go. We're just gonna go on New York time tonight. That's our New Year's is gonna be 3 hours ahead because we can't stay up that late. It's too hard. Okay, I'm not jealous of your what? Again, I don't have the comments on here. I need them on here. It's so much easier. What do I do to do that? Live stream, streaming options. This frustrates me. I can't stand when I can't see it. Offline? Maybe I hit this. I hit that.
Happy New Year, Jennifer.
I don't want to be looking at my... I'm not jealous of your hair. Does it say? I can't even read it. I have to get so dang close. Michigan there, so I think that's 3 hours ahead also. Happy New Year.
Is there no way to get this closer?
Happy New Year. Yeah, but the closer it is, the whiter I am.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
And stream, no data, no active stream. YouTube is not currently receiving data for this stream. If you believe this is incorrect, ensure you're sending a stream that is configured with the correct stream key. I don't know how to do that. Oh. Maybe I'm doing it now. I don't know. Oh, we're adorable. Happy New Year. Sorry I have to keep touching my phone because I can't see your comments. Now they're all gone again.
I can have the comments on mine.
Can you please? Because
Yes.
I can't see anything on mine and it's really a pain in the
I'm
butt.
going to read the comments.
He's in charge of the comments. Maybe I need to enable... Maybe I need to enable this.
So funny.
That is weird. Okay, what does it say? Here, you gotta turn this so I can see them.
Hi Jen, how are you? Happy New Year from London. Wow, London. Is it? Well, definitely already 2019 in
Sorry, I'm getting rid of a
in
comment.
England.
It is. Somebody's got Canada there. Alberta.
Happy New Year from the Philippines.
Wow.
Alberta.
What time is it in the Philippines right now? Can you turn off your audio?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna hear ourselves right after. View on watch page. I just want to see my comments on my computer because they're so far away on yours. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. I don't know what I did, but I did it. There we go. Okay. Liz says we're adorable. That's really nice. Thank you. We are. So cute. I'm celebrating with a protein shake because of work. That's really good. I just had a big fat cupcake. Oh my God, you can see it. It's like sitting right there. Jennifer.
She's just chubby.
I'm feeling really chubby after my cupcake. London. I've never been, well, I have been to England, but it was like for an hour. It was just a quick trip through from one airport to another.
The thing with cupcakes is they go straight to the muffin top.
To the muffin top?
They go right through.
You know, I feel thin sitting down and looking down, but then when I see myself here, I feel like I'm like hanging over my pants, but that's okay. It's New Year's Eve. Gotta let it all hang out. Right. So we can't decide which champagne we should open. Andre, these are both from last year, or Cooks, or as you like to call it, Kooks.
I call it the kook.
The Kook. Yeah. What do you think?
I think we should go for kooks.
Kooks,
The
Brute,
Kooks.
Kooks, Cooks. I'll go for that. I'm not really, into the champagne. I don't like the taste of it so much.
11 a.m. Where? Rosalie.
Oh yeah, Rosalie.
Enriquez
Where
from
is it 11 a.m.?
Philippines. Rosalie Enriquez from the Philippines.
Goodbye, 2018.
Sounds like a very Spanish name to live in the Philippines.
Rosalie Enriquez.
Yeah.
It does. Ricky Vicky. My sister's a Vicky. Thank you. Cheers to you too. Oh, Happy New Year, girly. Absolutely love and adore you both. I can't get enough of your posts. Thank you. Your videos. So looking forward to a full-on documentary about my experience. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Stay strong. Stay amazing. Thank you. Rosalie says hi. She's laughing with tears. Hi Jennifer. Are you? Yeah, we're Pacific Standard Time. It's California. And love from Brazil. Andrew.
Brazil.
Dino. Happy New Year. Oh, here we go. Okay.
What is love in Portuguese?
Oh, it's gonna come right up.
Has to be
It's gonna pop right up.
amor.
Oh, Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
That scared me. Oh, is it
Oh,
gonna...
we're drinking champagne now.
Well, I'm just opening it. That scared me. Nothing happened. Okay, it's good. It's a fine year.
Is it? It's
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 Coke.
California champagne.
You want to tell them what we were doing right before we went live?
Right before.
What
we
were
were
we doing right
watching
before?
Chris Watts.
What's new, huh?
We're watching the documentary.
I was
on
giving
Chris
you
Watts.
like the opening for a dirty joke.
Really?
Didn't you see? I was setting you up. You want to tell them what we were doing right before we went live?
I know. Well,
I was trying to give you the perfect setup. You didn't fall for it.
I was having the best T-bone ever with Grey Poupon.
You were. No, we actually were watching Chris Watts. It's a new documentary that was out, and it's another fascinating look at the whole story. Somebody put naughty girl. I know. We have fun with our innuendos, don't we?
Can't keep up with her. Can't do it.
Enjoy the champagne. Last year we were in San Luis Obispo in his Sprinter having champagne, and after we'd had dinner, I don't know where we had dinner at. Do you want it in here?
McDonald's?
No, we didn't eat at McDonald's. We ate at some Italian kind of restaurant. But we had champagne in your Sprinter and then slept in sleeping bags. And we headed on down to Los Angeles for our skateboarding trip, which we're going to do soon. Netherlands. Is that somebody in... Are you in the Netherlands right now? Riesla? We got somebody last time from the Netherlands. And then I mentioned Amsterdam, and someone says, you do know that... No, it was Norway. I do know that Amsterdam is not in Norway, but it is part of the Netherlands, right? Pretty sure about that.
What, Amsterdam? Amsterdam is in the Netherlands.
Yes,
Norway
yeah,
is
yeah.
another country.
Right.
North,
Yep.
east.
Someone's saying yes, I'm right. Somebody's from Romania, Europe. It's 5 a.m. wherever Toma... Oh, in Romania. Are you really in Romania right now?
Roumanie.
The internet's insane. That's so crazy. Like the stream, guys. I don't know who that is. India. Are you in India, Ricky Vicky? Illinois. My girlfriend is in Wheatland. Do you know where Wheatland is? My girlfriend from high school. She's been there since high school. Philadelphia. Woo woo. Never been there. That's where my cousin's kid is. People are watching you from all... It is crazy. That's super weird. What Canadian province are you from, Eric?
Quebec. Je suis québécois.
The best part of Canada. Oh,
The
maybe
best?
I shouldn't say that. Sorry for the other Canadians that are watching. The country of Dracula. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's
Romania.
Romania. Yeah, that's true.
Transylvania.
Is that where it is?
Transylvania. I don't. What? It's in Romania. I guess so.
Oh, someone said I had the perfect body. I'm telling you, I'm feeling my cupcake right now. But thanks. Thanks. I don't think
She
so.
does.
Thanks. Aw, thank you.
How did you guys meet?
We met through Tinder.
I was traveling around here. Decided I wanted to see California. Was traveling around here in Santa Cruz, and I got on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
And I found Jennifer. It was a perfect match right away.
It was. Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I went on there. I had ended something with somebody that was like 5 months before. I think I just wanted to hang out with somebody, maybe go to a movie. I didn't have a lot of time, single mom with 3 kids, and this was 4 years ago, so my kids were younger. And anyways, we met at a Starbucks. He wanted to meet right away, and I was a little like worried about like the whole meeting immediately, but he was like, he didn't see the point in like texting back and forth and not knowing if there was any chemistry unless you met in person. And I was like a little bit like, didn't know how to take his like forwardness. You like really wanted to meet.
I'm all about let's just go for a coffee and then after let's chat after.
And see how it is.
Yeah, because the chatting before you meet somebody is kind of business,
and
I feel.
And you can build up this whole thing between you, and then you meet in person. You're like, oh, it wasn't what I thought. So, anyways, we met, and he showed up. I remember somebody came into Starbucks before him, and I kind of looked like a picture of him, but I wasn't certain. And that person looked right past me, and I was like, wow, if that's him. But I wasn't like attracted to that person anyways, and I was like, oh, that was really awkward. And then I thought, what if he's outside looking in at me? Because I was there before him, and I thought, what if he's outside looking in at me and he doesn't like what he sees and he leaves? Because there's always that. And then you walked in, and it was like we both grinned, like, oh, thank God. And then when I stood up, there was that right away, like, seeing if I was taller than him, because I asked him, you know, how tall are you? Because I'm 5'11", and you're, I don't know, are you 6?
I'm 5'4", but I was wearing high heels.
You look so good in your heels that night.
She decided to keep me anyway.
So we hugged really quick and just kind of sat down. We talked for like an hour, and I remember we didn't even get coffee. We had water, and we just talked for like an hour. And he was so, I'll never forget. You were sitting there, like totally like leaned in, like you were totally like hanging on my every word. You were. You really felt. I really felt like I had your undivided attention. Like. And that's not typical, because I'd been on dates where guys could not stop talking about themselves, like nonstop, and you were like totally interested in hearing what I had to say. And I remember what you liked about me, physically. Do you remember?
Your eyes.
No, that wasn't it. What was I? Do you remember what I was wearing?
Different. Well, you had. I think you had like some kind of. C'est quoi le mot? Wool shirt on.
It was a sweater it's like this blue and white sweater, but it's long sleeve. It was just kind of like thrown over a shirt like this.
Okay.
And the first thing you said, or you told me later, you're like, I really like that you didn't show
the cleavage.
Your cleavage. Yeah, like not that I have
I
much,
can't
but
stand it when women like show it. Like it's too much, and I can't stand it.
He liked that I was covered, and he goes, I just thought that was so sexy. You had these long sleeves on, and you were all covered.
Yeah, like covered, but you can see the old thing, but it doesn't show. Like nobody's showing.
Yeah.
Anything.
Leave it to the imagination.
Leave it to the imagination.
So we parted that night, and then I think we spoke a few times in between, and then we had an official date later where we went out and had wine. Remember? We had our wine. And there was a whole story about.
Somebody wants me to take off my hoodie. I just got a haircut.
Yeah, you got a haircut. I did it in the back.
I usually wear it shorter, but Jennifer wants me to have longer hair.
He shaved it during the summer, and I said, please don't shave it. I like it with hair. I like you with hair. I like your hair. Portland, Oregon. You just went up to Oregon. He just went up to Eugene. I'm running the same time with you. Woo! Please make it up to Oregon. I've never been to Oregon. I can't believe it. I've lived in California my whole life, and I've never been to Oregon or Washington. He just drove up to Eugene about a week and a half ago for a part for his Sprinter, and it was raining the whole time. And Thomas says, "You look good, man." He does look good. He's 50. Yeah. That's great.
Somebody says, any effects if you're drinking wine on the meds?
Oh, no. And
Don't
it's
think
fine.
so.
No, and you can, it's fine. You can drink. It doesn't affect it at all. Any upcoming conferences or speaking engagements? No. All the conferences are kind of like around summertime, and I have no plans to go. I didn't apply for anything, although nothing's really come up yet. The AIDS International Conference is like in, I think it's next summer. It's going to be in Mexico City now, and there's an application period that you can apply for it right now. I don't know. I'm not like being proactive about it because I kind of want to take a break.
So funny.
What? What's so funny?
It's funny because I watch this, and then I watch myself there again doing
And
the
it's
same
right
thing.
after.
It's so funny.
This is the
And
same.
I'm trying to
camera.
get the comments.
Yeah. Smuckery, smuckery.
Go test.
Yeah, just go test.
Yeah. That's the best.
Regular Ruffles. Oh my God, Eric got me addicted to these. Show him which kind it is.
The Ruffles.
Those. Show
Yeah.
him what it is.
We're sponsored by Ruffles. And especially the all dressed.
They literally run out at Food Max because he buys them when he's here all the time. Thank you, Andrew. That's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, was never my intention. I just have a big mouth and I never shut up about it, so it turned out to be a good thing. Yeah, I've always been kind of very open about anything that has to do with me and my life, so it's not such a surprise that I talked about this and was really open about it from the beginning. Yeah, somebody just went off on me I didn't even tell you, I had written on one of the Bohemian Rhapsody things about Freddie Mercury, and someone told me that I was a gigantic troll, like the worst troll of any kind, and that how do what do you expect, some kind of award for like
Trolling?
for like overcoming AIDS? He basically just kind of said I'm a piece of shit, but that's okay. Not everybody understands. Hi Maria. Maria saw my video earlier today. Do not worry about what other people think of you. I know it's not that so much, but I want other people to know. Oh, thanks. Thank you. That's better. I want.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Now we can look at everybody. Yeah, I want people to know that they're not alone in like those thoughts maybe about what people might be thinking, and we're kind of like concerned. Like I said, I don't lose sleep over it, but I do want people to know that even with me, who's super like comfortable and confident with this virus, and I don't care what anybody thinks, I still have these thoughts in my mind. In fact, my neighbor watched the video, and she was at one of these Christmas parties I was at. Hi, Ashley, if you're watching this. And she wrote to me personally today and said, Jen, I just want you to know that I never ever think about that when I hug you. The hors d'oeuvre thing never would have even crossed my mind. I don't look at you any differently. So I thought that was really, really sweet of her to tell me that. Oh, you want to put that up? On the Bean Boozled game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The higher, the better.
it's good to know. That's good to know for sure. We're trying the new light. It's pretty bright on my face, but I think it's better than before. We were too dark
Looks
before.
super good.
And for some reason, this lighting, you can't see the reflection of my glasses, but when I do it on my phone and I'm just trying to film on my phone, maybe that's it. Maybe it's the phone.
But it's on the phone now.
But it's like filming live instead of like, maybe I need to buy a camera. Aw, thanks. Somebody said somebody else gave us points for being an adorable couple. I think we both feel lucky. Every time I tell him that I'm happy, or like I can't believe I have him, or didn't I just say to you last night you were talking, I just like got caught up in just looking at you. I said, you're so handsome. Just thank you. And I say, I'm so lucky. And he always says from the very, very beginning, he says, we are. Never takes the credit alone. See, people are stupid sometimes. They are. I'm really pretty used to it. I hear it you wouldn't believe all the stuff I get. Like, I I share some of it, and then I don't know. It makes some people feel bad because then they know that there really is that true stigma out there. But yeah, I see it a lot on my channel. I delete so many comments every day. People that are just not nice. Can you make? I don't know who Scooter Kid is. I have a feeling it's somebody local. Hi Ashley, Ashley B.
Who's
Huge
Scooter
support-
Kid? Who's
Sunshine
that?
Girl Forever. That's
What's a
That's-
mod?
I don't know.
An MOD?
Sunshine. That's Sunshine, right? That's you're like, right? That is your name, right? I know you've been there from the very beginning. You like how I made my bed, right? Isn't that the same person? Tell me if. Oh, it's Tiffany Z. Okay, somebody else. Sorry, there was somebody else named her actual name was Sunshine. I'm almost positive. I think she's in Florida. Trimec Lifesaver. Thank God for it. Yeah, totally. And CD4 from 330 to 918. Oh, wow, that's really high. They went from a 30 to 918 months. I'm on 3 years now, and I'm only at 500. And I was only at 84. You were down to 30. That's amazing.
It's lower than they were.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Ashley B says you have educated me immensely on this, and trust me, I am spreading the word. Thank you, Ashley.
Doctor office,
we're
crazy
from-
how the stigma.
Oh,
even
doctor's
is
office.
you-
It's crazy everywhere, and everybody always says that. They say it's always really bad where I live. That's what I read that everywhere, and I'm just like, it's bad everywhere. I don't think there's a place where it's good. It's pretty
stigma?
bad there's stigma.
I think
everywhere.
it's gonna be the next generation. Because our generation, we lived the 80s,
Yeah.
and we still have that, wow, you're gonna die from this, for sure. And now,
Yeah.
this new generation, they don't see anybody dying from it.
Right.
So it's just another virus, like the flu, like herpes, or whatever.
Oh. Thank you, Toma. I just wrote, thank you for all the hard working you're doing and killing the stigma about the virus, and your videos help me. Oh, at school as a nursing student. Awesome. I love that. Nursing students, awesome. The vaccine, by the way, is only for preventing the virus for people that are HIV negative. It's not for reversing the virus in my body, just so you guys are clear on that, because some people think it's a cure and it's not. It's just for preventing HIV for the next generation, basically, or anybody who doesn't have it. Any goals for 2019? Learn French. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I just adjusted my bra. I feel like it's uneven in that video.
I had to be adjusted.
Look, it looks better.
We feel so much better.
Um,
Things we do that we don't know. Like when you look at yourself in video, you look and you say, wow, I do that.
I know I use my hands a lot, that I
Yeah.
don't really realize I do that until I see videos later. I don't have any goals. Do you have any? Christ, I make more videos, like, for sure. I need to keep working on my channel. I really didn't. I wasn't very pro, so
Goals for
trying to-
2019 for you?
that's one thing. Yeah, I really work hard on my
Subscribers.
channel. Yeah, keep it going, keep it rolling, because I know it's helping people.
No more thumbs down.
We should
Just
do cool
thumbs up.
giveaways. We don't have anything to give away. What should we give away? What will happen if I
We're
don't
having
take my notes?
chocolate covered almonds.
Here, catch. We'll throw one. What will happen if you don't take your medication? Well, nothing immediately. And for, you never know. It could do nothing. It could increase your viral load over time. Of course, that would happen. Everybody's different. Some people, it would take a longer time than others. Some it would start building up right away. The viral load, the virus would start replicating right away. So everybody's different. But you just don't want to stop taking it and then take it again and stop it, because the problem is, Scooter Kid. Is that you, Owen? I don't know. Xbox, please. Sorry, I'm so not into video games. My kids
Yeah,
all wish I
we're-
would play them on here, but I'm not into it.
Xbox.
I know, but I was gonna say, I know that you can become resistant to your medication if you don't take it consistently, and you don't want that to happen. And I've heard of people that have had that happen to them, and then you have to try different medications, and yeah, there's so many to try, but you don't want to get into a place where you have to take tons of different medications to try to fix the fact that you stopped taking one that was working. I don't partner with any group. I mean, I'm in, you know, as much as I can be in with U equals U, and I mean, I'm tight with all of them, but there's nothing like that I'm doing like presently with them. I always try to promote U equals U as much as I can. Let's see, Xbox, please. I don't
Yes.
yeah, give an Xbox away. Well, someone would have to give us an Xbox. I don't have one to give away.
That's a good idea. Give
Yeah.
away something.
Give away. What could I give away? I was just thinking of something funny, but it's gross. Never mind. Most likely one's viral load would increase at some point. Sure. Yeah, obviously discuss treatment decisions with your doctor. Definitely. This might be a weird observation, but did anyone tell you you look a bit like Allison Janney? Oh, okay. But thanks. I don't
Who's
know.
Allison Jenny?
She was just in. She was in I, Tonya. She was the mom in I, Tonya.
Johnny?
Janny.
Jenny. Oh,
She was
looking it up.
She was. I've been told that I look like Phoebe from.
She was the mom?
Well, they really mommed her up in that. They made her look a lot older. Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Well, can I hold your computer up?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
you got a bunch of shit plugged in. Anyways, I'm told that I look like the girl from Orange is the New Black. I don't remember her name. And, like, I don't know, can you see it? I think it's like, it's in the ring. It's all white, you can't see.
No, it doesn't work
I don't know.
with the light.
I kind of see it, yeah, she looks much better in that photo.
I used to think you look like the girl in Californication.
I don't know who that is. Phoebe from Friends, people say that a lot. What's her name? Lisa Kudrow. I get that. I know it because it's this part of my face. I know that's what it is. We don't have the same nose. Phoebe, see? Yep. A lot of people say that. Don't change even when you hit 100,000 subs because your personality is what hooked me. Thank you. Who knows if that'll ever happen.
What's her name?
Oh. Wow, she's beautiful.
Natasha Alone.
I don't look like her at all. She's got like really nice cheekbones. Thank you though, but I don't look like her. No.
I used to think that.
But that's nice. You know who I used to think you look like?
George Clooney.
Well, that, but you're...
I'm a mix between George Clooney and what's his name?
I don't know. Who? You have your own look, but your teeth, your pointy teeth, remind me of Phil Kogan from Amazing Race.
Phil Kogan?
Yeah, I think it's maybe Keog. I'm not sure, but just put Phil Amazing Race. Yeah, that's him. Okay, look at his teeth. Like
Oh,
you
wow.
had the same like pointy eye teeth. Well, you gotta see. Don't look at the rest of them, just his teeth.
Oh, the smile, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, the projections are like, if you go to, there's just a thing called Social Blade that I just found out about, and it says that, I don't know how they figure it out, but they said I will hit 100,000 by, I've got a slow moving channel, like compared to other people, like I see, like mine's really slow. 100,000 by, in a year and 4 months. That seems like unreal. Like I can't believe will that really happen in a year and a half? That's like hard. It's hard to comprehend.
It's hard to believe.
It really is.
Can really happen? It just depends on the
Yeah.
content.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year's, Jennifer and Eric, and have a great
Happy
one.
New
Always
Year.
remember you're awesome in every way, and thank you for educating us all. Thank you. Yeah, it's been about 10,000 a year, but for some reason in the next year it says I'm gonna go up like 75,000 in a year and a half. Like that seems like a lot, but I don't know. We need more Chris Watts videos from you. I started to film one and then I just trashed the whole thing.
Who's wired up?
Yeah, who's wired up? that face is really funny though. You know what happened was the Bohemian Rhapsody came out and I got a lot then, and I put out a couple Chris Watts videos, never expected those to go into the world of Chris Watts videos, and they did. And those, I got subscribers from that too. It was really weird. I didn't expect that. I just wanted to talk about Chris Watts, but those videos definitely went into that world of Chris Watts recommended videos, and one of them has like 70,000 views, and it actually is a little bit like unnerving because I got so many like fanatics that saw it, and they're like, "Who the hell are you? Like, why are you? You're not? Are you some kind of expert?" No. And I got grief for like crying in the video, and I'm like, I just thought people that were like in my little world of my channel were gonna see it, and it was a little strange to get picked apart. I didn't even comment back on like anything. I just kind of like backed off and let people have at it, and they had like all these conversations. There's like, between the 3 of my Chris Watts videos, there's like over 2,000 comments. I cannot keep up with all of them, but there's a lot of like theories, and definitely talk about his covert narcissism, which I didn't even realize was a thing until after I made the video, and then it was like, that's definitely what he is. He's a covert narcissist. It's the undercover, quiet type that thinks that he's going to get away with all of it. He was so certain he would. I'm new, guys. Found your channel while researching one of my videos.
Yeah, send us a link to your channel, or how can we see what you're doing? Wired Up.
Yeah.
Sounds
Bye,
nice.
Maria. Have fun. Happy New Year. HBO has not approached me for a documentary. Should they? Call them.
Call HBO.
Hell, I'm open to telling my story to anybody.
What is HBO for?
You promised your friend you would. HBO is for
What is HBO for?
home box office. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
You know HBO.
Well,
you know what
yeah.
HBO is, right?
Who is?
No,
It's
you know what it
Disney?
is? No,
Or-
HBO is like, it's good. It's really good TV. It always has been. It was like the movies back in the day, but now it's like certain series are only available. Like I think
HBO.
Sopranos was only like HBO. Maybe it's not in Canada. I don't know. He just says, click on my weed logo. You're on the chat. I don't know how to send links. I'm kind of new. Cute. Okay. Wired Up has a weed logo. Definitely not our thing, but
You
know,
just
it's
click
all-
on the logo of the person
Yeah,
that's chatting with you.
But you know, it's all legalized now, which is good. There's lots of California. They sell it all over Santa Cruz. Sex and the City, yes, such a great series. Sopranos, I saw all of those. 6 Feet Under. Oh my God, 6 Feet Under was so good. I watched all of those. Definitely classic HBO.
What'd you watch?
6 Feet Under.
Sopranos,
it was about
6
a
Feet
family
Under.
that
Oh,
owned
6 Feet Under, I saw
you know,
that.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
know.
so good.
I know 6 Feet Under.
That was a great series. What are we into watching now? We watch just YouTube. I don't watch anything. I watch Survivor always, and I watch Big Brother. Those are my 2 reality shows that I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in like, I don't even know, 8 years.
So Wired Up, look up, you got a new subscriber.
Eric just subscribed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just not into smoking pot. It just doesn't do anything for me. It makes me I can't speak normal. I don't like that feeling, so I just never understood why people liked it. But it's cool if it works for people. It's all good.
We are not fans of 420. And we don't take it as payment either.
We're not against it. I mean, I don't care if people smoke.
It's
fine.
just something
Hi,
that we
JC.
did. I did it when I was young, and I didn't like it. No.
Oh, thanks,
But
JC.
it's-
Grief on some of your vids. Well, they don't have to watch it. True, and they need to hush. I agree. True. I know. Like, what is the point of leaving a nasty comment? Like, I cannot tell you. Like, I've talked to Eric about that. Like, even if I really, really, really hated something, I would just not leave a bad comment. It's not nice. And for people, somebody told me today. Somebody wrote, like, of course, because I say in my 16 symptoms video that I'm not the stereotypical mold or whatever, and people don't like that I said that, but it's the truth. And then she said, laughing my ass off, bitch. And then she wrote something else about like too bad for you, ha ha ha. Like, who does that? Who says that's so mean? Oh my God. I mean,
interesting.
I'm
'cause
okay with my virus, but like for
Let's
someone
say
to
you
like
start chatting with that person, and you kind of like ask, they begin to be really nice. Sometimes
Oh,
they just
this person
I
wasn't-
feel like
I
they
wrote to
just
them.
want your attention.
No. I wrote
and
something
they
to them.
turn
and
out
they-
to be some really nice people.
No. I wrote something back, and they wrote something back right away and said something even nastier, so deleted them. They were not nice.
I don't think there's such a thing as a completely bad person. There's always this good in everybody, and if you start talking with them, they'll realize, my God, I was wrong about you.
Okay, so so if you were in my place and someone took the time to like just say something incredibly nasty to you, and then you tried to explain it to them, and they came back nasty again. You're gonna like take your time to like try to like find the niceness in them.
I cannot be in your shoes for that.
No,
I don't know how it feels really.
No, I'm done at that point.
I know it's not easy to deal with that because I deal with some comments on my things that I do with my clients, and people are just not nice.
Yeah,
I don't know how to deal with it. It's not easy.
That channel's not about weed. It's about Tupac.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is Tupac?
Tupac Shakur. Sorry. You know when he died, I still remember where I was driving when he died. He was a rapper. He was
shot. An artist.
He was murdered.
He was a homosexual.
No. Tupac? Yeah. He had the best nose. He had the best nostrils, like flaring nostrils. He died in like I'd say 98 maybe. I still remember, like I said, I remember where I was driving when he died. Like I remember it being on the news. But he'd already been shot before that, and he survived that, and then I can't remember who got him. It was the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. They got him, and they put a bunch of bullets in him. He was in that movie with Janet Jackson. He was really good in that. Yeah, he was really good. I know like he has one big song, but I'm not like big into that music, but I respect the guy for sure. Yeah, Tupac dated Madonna. Yeah, wow. Baby. Mm-hmm.
Lucky
sexy
guy.
I was gonna say lucky girl.
Lucky girl.
She was probably a bit older than him too. That's kind of hot. I didn't know that. Wow, is that for real? That Madonna got around. Let's see.
Yeah, if you don't like a video, just don't watch it.
I don't dislike anything either. Okay, I really don't, because I feel like it's like karma. Like, why would you do that? Don't be mean. But Eric thinks sometimes people dislike videos because, like, if I did a Chris Watts video, they might dislike it because they don't like him. That's what he thinks. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's true. That could be it. People might get confused about what a like and a dislike is.
I think there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
How can you like a video about Chris Watts? Like you can't. You feel like if you like it, people are gonna say, "Wow, that guy liked Chris Watts."
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't like him, so I dislike the video. I dislike the fact that he killed his family.
Delia says people don't like her because she stands up for herself. You should stand up for yourself. Don't let people control you, for sure. Not anymore. Does that mean I'm crazy? No, you shouldn't let people control you, for sure. Stand up for what you feel is like right and wrong, no doubt. Many people don't, and then they end up in situations that they don't want to be in, for sure. I didn't watch X-Files. Were you an X-Files fan?
Nope.
I know I didn't. I mean, I know it, but you know David from Californication. David Duchovny, but he was in X-Files first.
I love Californication.
Life's a car, gotta keep straight on the road, definitely. Fun of the fact that I own my home. There's jealous. That's jealous. Jealousy. No. She visited him in prison. Ooh.
Visited who?
Madonna visited Tupac in prison.
Wow.
I like that. I like that combo. That's so sexy.
Did you visit me in prison?
Oh my God, can you imagine the guys in prison seeing Madonna show up for Tupac? My God, they must have been so jealous of him.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. Giving me deja vu. My dad used to tell my mom there's something good in everyone. Oh, that is so Eric. So Eric. I'll tell him some of the meanest comments and he'll say, they couldn't have meant it like that. You do.
I think people just want the attention, and when it turns around, you talk to them, they are the nicest people.
Oh yeah.
Which is not, well, I get that there's really mean people, but I think there's good and bad in everybody.
Well, from what I know about female transmission, which I always know this is always going to come up, I know so many women that were with partners like myself. Their partners had been exposed for long periods of time because the women didn't know that they had HIV, but then they, would figure out who they got it from. So that partner they were with didn't get it. So I know female transmission is incredibly unlikely. So Eazy-E, I do not think he got it from a woman. Just my feeling. He could have used drugs for sure. I mean, don't think he got it from a girl though. Or it could have been a guy. I don't know, but I don't think he got it from a girl.
It's quite impossible that a man gets HIV
Bye, Andrew.
from a woman. A guy gets HIV from a guy. And
Somebody
gives
write
it
that.
to a woman.
David Duchovny was totally hot. David Duchovny got in trouble for doing something like something sexual. Can't remember what it was.
Who's
Oh,
David?
oh yeah, he went away to like sex addiction therapy. California
David
King in real life. Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
David Duchovny?
Is Bates
Is
Motel?
that Duchovny?
Oh, it's A&E. Never mind. Somebody was talking about a hotel show that's on. I think it's Netflix, where like it was like a real story where a couple bought a hotel and they wired each room with cameras so they could watch what was going on in each room. Is that like? Does anybody know about that? Or if it was like real, or if it was just a fictional show? I don't know. I was trying to find it, but I didn't know the name of it. Good to see you.
You know he was a vegetarian?
Who?
David
Duchovny?
He's a
Right
vegetarian.
on, so am I. I've never visited India. I don't feel like it's likely that I would ever go to India, but you never know. Yeah, a lot of stigma there for sure, which, you know what happens. Then people don't test because they're afraid to find out that they have it, and then the virus just keeps getting passed on and passed on and passed on. That's the bad part about stigma, is people don't want to test because they're just so terrified to find out if they actually have it, because then they know now they have to deal with that stigma. And then if they can just put their head in the sand and pretend like it's not in their body, then they just pass it on, unfortunately. They said she is not in the program, or heard she was. Who? Oh, are we talking about Nicole Kessinger?
Bates Motel.
Because let's talk about Nicole Kessinger. Or maybe not.
India.
It'll come out in time. If she had anything to do with this, or she was hiding anything, it will definitely come out. Was David Duchovny in Red Shoe Diaries? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I've never watched that show. Have you met Mark S. King? Yes! Oh, do you know Mark? Yeah, I've met him at least 3 times in person. He's so funny and so nice and so real, and he gave a really good talk when I was at USCA to all of us. We were like the social media fellows, and I remember one thing stuck in my head. He said, no, I'm going to forget how he said it. He said, like, always say how you feel. Don't apologize for it. Like, just say what you believe in. And he goes, and, you know, and also he says, and admit when you're wrong. But definitely stand up for what you believe in and speak loudly about it. And I like that. So I've kind of tried to stick to that. But yeah, Mark he had the best speech at USCA. I put it in one of my videos. It's the one from World AIDS Day. If you didn't see it, check it out. It's my World AIDS Day for 2018. He's in there. It's about a 2-minute routine, but he killed it. It was so funny. He was really great up there. And he's got his own channel if anybody wants to watch him on YouTube. It's called My Fabulous Disease. Hi, Tiffany. And let's see. He's a really good guy. Do you know him? Do you know Mark? Ready, he was the reason people even watched the Red Show. Oh, okay, so I guess he was in the Red Shoe Diaries, David Duchovny. All symptoms related to digestive parts of the body during HIV. From what I know, when the virus first enters the body and starts to do its thing, it all kind of like starts out in the digestive tract. So that would make sense why my esophagus was bothering me. And people have digestive problems or diarrhea and stuff. I didn't have that, but I had the esophagus problem. So it starts out there. I think that's what my doctor told me too. Yeah. Mark was in Amsterdam too. I didn't even talk to him there. I just saw him in the parade, and it was so busy I didn't even get a chance to talk to him, but he was there. Oh, you have from the beginning. Thank you. There's people that were there from the very beginning when I didn't even know what the
And yeah, like
heck I was doing.
hundreds of
I
subscribers.
still don't know what I'm doing. Just trying to. It's like taking, just throwing it against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Going
8
up,
million.
down. Is it going up or down? I think it's going up. I think it's going down.
What's going down? The global
The
population?
global population. Let's say it was. Let's say how many million people were infected throughout the
Like
history.
70, I think.
And now it should be going down, or at least stabilized, right?
I don't know. I don't know what the latest figures are. I really should, but I don't know what they are. I feel like the infection rate has gone down. It's just under 2 million a year. I'm hoping it's less than that now. We're slaying stigma. Let's see. Oh, we just watched Bird Box. How funny. Everybody keeps talking about it because it's new on Netflix. Yeah, we did watch it. What did you think of Bird Box?
Very interesting if you want to make a parallel to like the kind of lifestyle we have now, and I think there's like some good moral in there.
I'm reading what Tiffany just said. She said, I'm so thankful you have a good man taking good care of you and how he isn't ignorant to HIV. Yeah, like, I don't think I even asked you that. Like, you know what? I gotta put water in my beans. Hold on.
Gotta put water in the beans.
Oh, they're okay. Yeah, when I was diagnosed, like, about another month, and I never asked him what his plan was. I didn't, because I was too sick, and I didn't want to know if you weren't coming back. I didn't want to know if you'd changed your mind about me. And we'd been together for over a year. We were in love. I mean, it wasn't like we were just lightly dating. We were having a long-distance relationship, but when he left, he just said, it was right there at that door, and you just said, get better. And then I made plans to come out to Canada, and then
the next June.
And then, I think we had about 10 weeks until I got out there, so there was a 10-week time period where I didn't see you, and I flew out there, and it was like nothing had changed. You were like still the same, and I was like, oh, he's like, this is actually like not gonna change. I can't believe it. But I know you got home and did, like, you needed to think, and you needed to look up stuff, and you needed to talk and see a doctor and like really have some information. Yeah.
Like I remember 3 months after I had to go test again. It was like probably like April or May, right after, and I tested.
Mm-hmm.
I went to like a private clinic in Boucherville. I always remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me a bunch of questions.
And every time you got a sore throat, you were like worried for a while. Yeah.
Like now, like whenever something is wrong with me, I don't worry about this anymore. But I used to think, oh, there's this slight possibility that I might be infected.
But I knew about U equals U. I knew he'd already tested negative. I knew the chances of a female transmitting to a male are like, they say 1 in 2,500 exposures. That's a 0.3 zeros and a 4. Like, if you can visualize what that is, it's so incredibly uncommon. And so I knew all that, but when you're on the other end of it and you feel like you might have been exposed to HIV, it doesn't matter if you know all the statistics. You're still worried, right? Even though he saw me like get better and he knew my life was going to be okay, you still don't want it. He does not want to have HIV. I mean, he was not like, because some people are kind of like, I know a couple where the husband's negative and the wife has it, and he's like, I don't even give a shit if I get it. He's like, whatever, I'll just take medicine too. And we know he's not going to, but like Eric never had that feeling. He's like, this is something I do not ever want. Like, he doesn't, even though he sees I'm okay with it, he does not want it. And I understand that.
Nobody wants it.
Right.
Like, nobody wants the flu, right?
True.
So it's the same thing, except HIV. You're kind of caught with it with your whole life. They didn't find a way to.
Do I think that most people feel as okay? It all depends. I think for the most part, like on my female group, I don't know. Some people have little side effects, but I don't feel like anybody's like, if they get to the point where they're affecting your daily life and you're not able to function, like too much of a headache or you're nauseated or something, they would switch it. There's no need to be like struggling every day. There just isn't. There's enough medication that you could try. And I took Stribild for a little while, for like 4 days or something, 6 days, and I don't know if it was that or if it was I think I kind of had that iris thing, but it was never really totally identified. But there was one day where you saw me, I was just violently nauseous all day, and it was, I don't know if it was the medication or if it was just the hump of getting over AIDS, or I don't know what it was, but I was really sick one day. That would not have been normal to have to deal with that every day.
What happened that was wrong is they started you on some medication without knowing what was your virus type. They started you on a medication that was the wrong one.
Atripla. That was because it was an ID doctor who wasn't an HIV specialist, and he just didn't even know that I had AIDS. What he should have done is had my blood tested for my viral load and my CD4 count. And what happened was, the day before, I'd had my blood drawn, and they just got the antibody results. So they knew I was positive for the antibody, but they hadn't sent my blood work in yet for viral load and CD4 count. And the next day, he put me on Atripla, which is not the protocol for HIV. I should have never been put on anything because I just started with the beginning of, I had pneumonia.
Sick.
Well, yeah, I started with the very beginning signs of pneumonia at the same time. And so you don't treat the HIV when there's an opportunistic infection. You have to get rid of that first and then start the treatment, the ARV. So he totally screwed up. My doctor was not happy about it. She's like, it was enough of a mess up that they wanted to have like a meeting with that doctor's office and explain to him like that's not the protocol. So I was taken off Atripla, which was already an older medication in our area. That's not a medication that I would have even been put on if I'd gone to an HIV specialist. So he really didn't know what he was doing, unfortunately. And that medication was like being like high. It was the worst.
You kind of think,
really
like,
hard.
let's say with the history of the virus, that like there should be like the guy should have done a little bit of research, like maybe 20 minutes research.
Oh yeah, and
like call a couple of colleagues. Let's say I'm an engineer. I have a problem with something. I'm gonna call a colleague that knows more than I do, and
I'll
gonna
never
tell
forget.
me, Eric, like do this and that, or just. But don't take it on your own.
Yeah, I like
that
literally.
That was an ethical mistake.
I walked
really
out of his
bad.
office, and the front office staff said, "Well, when does she need to come back?" And I heard him yell from the other room. He goes, 30 days. Have her come back in 30 days." That was it. Like, no, like, he didn't even know my viral load then. He had no idea that it was a 507,000 and that I had a CD4 count of 84. He didn't even know I had AIDS at that moment.
So he knew that you had HIV. And he knew there was a medication. So let's just prescribe that medicine. Just give her that recipe and let her go with that for 30 days.
And honestly, he shouldn't have just done it based on my antibody result, because that, like, the one doctor that called me with the results said that it was possible it could be a false positive. It was a false positive, and that's what he told me that day. He goes, even if it's a false positive, it won't hurt you to take this medication. So remember I was going to take it, and you were like against it because you said, well, what if this isn't HIV? Because what if that is a false positive, and now you're taking medication for HIV, and what if you don't have it? And you're taking this crazy strong medication. I remember
Did I
that.
say that?
Yes, and I remember going,
Wow.
I'm going to take it because I don't know what else this could be. And I just want to get better. And I remember swallowing that pill and knowing that I was swallowing that pill. It was me saying, I know that I have HIV. And it was like the worst feeling ever. Like knowing that maybe
like
you
accepting
still... I was accepting it. And I knew you had this hope that it wasn't that. And I was like, what else could this frickin' be? It's not cancer. It's not meningitis. I mean, it makes sense. All the symptoms like point to HIV. But yeah, it was me accepting it before he had really mentally accepted it, for sure. God, I forgot about that. And that was like a 3-day thing. Like I almost wanted to take the pill without you watching me because I didn't want you to know that I was really thinking it was it. I know you were kind of holding out hope that it wasn't. Oh, you're a keeper. I know that for sure. He is a real man. Shout out to you get that a lot. He gets that a lot in my comments. He's a real man that stuck around, for sure. For sure. He could have run. But you know what? I know a lot of men in the private group that stayed with their women too. So shout out to all those guys too, because I do know a lot of guys that did stay with their women, and most of them did. If they were in relationships, they did. Thank you. Cutest couple of the year. Medical professionals don't know the right information. It is crazy. It really is. Eazy-E died 3 months from the moment of transmission of AIDS. Is that possible? I don't think so. I mean, I had AIDS after 2.5 years, which is not common. So
Oh my God, impossible.
I don't think
It has to be
it doesn't make
years.
sense. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Although, my God, Brittany knows when she pretty much was contracted it, and she was in the hospital 2.5 months later on her deathbed.
Wow.
So
Maybe
I
some
guess,
people
yeah.
get weak really. It's
Yeah,
possible.
it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a cold. I stressed myself out and was in. I had a cold during Christmas, but I survived. It's not a big deal. Is Eric on prep? No, he's not. Feel free to answer. So I answered for you. Sorry. No, I'm undetectable, and women again highly unlikely. Even if I wasn't detectable, but I know people don't like me
So
to say that, but
basically,
it's true.
even if she was detectable, my chances of contracting HIV are less than winning the lottery,
Yeah.
or winning the lottery and on that same day getting bitten by a shark and by lightning.
Well, some people would argue that, but yeah, I know too many examples, seen it too much of like what I went through, same thing, other women, so many. And I always say, where are all the straight men at the conferences? If this is truly women are transmitting it to men, why is it these conferences just literally 90% gay, transgender, female, and women, and a small amount of women at that. So where are all the hetero men if we're giving it to them? Like, they're not in the picture. They're not even on the brochure. There's nothing. There's no sessions for hetero men ever. So, I mean, although I guess it's possible it can happen, but it's incredibly uncommon. So I don't want anyone to feel like, because I know there's some people that feel very strongly that their husband had gotten it from a female. So I don't want to take that away from them, but from what I've seen, it's really, really, really uncommon. This.
Basically, you
I
don't
bet, yeah.
get HIV unless you've had anal sex.
Well, but women are.
And heterosexual men don't have anal sex. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But women can get it vaginally also.
Apparently.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, because there's women on my page that we've asked the question.
Not a lot.
We've asked the question on the page. Does everyone feel like they got it from anal sex? And lots of people have said, I've never even had that. I definitely got it only vaginally. So
yeah,
it definitely is that way too. Oh, I'm sorry, Delia. Get better. She's got a cold. That was me a week ago.
This guy's cute, like you gotta accept automatically from reviews.
You deleted message. I don't know.
This guy keeps on. You don't want to see it?
I guess I could. I'm just reading these other ones. I got a call. Let's see what question. People die in 3 months. We just did that one. Full blown AIDS. I mean, I kind of feel like Brittany was that example for sure. She was in the hospital. She was so sick. Isn't that nuts? Brittany had never even looked at YouTube, and she looked at YouTube, and my video had been out 2 months, and she decided to write to me. She had to make an account. She was in her hospital bed, and she had to make an account. She had no idea what she was doing. Never ever expected to hear back from me, and I wrote back to her, and she's my go-to girl. I mean, Brittany and I went through something very similar within a close time frame, and I just feel like she really gets me, and I get her, and it's crazy how that happened. I mean, it really is. The internet is amazing. She'll be on my channel soon. We're gonna do another interview. I can't believe we've never met in person. I feel like we know each other, we've met in person, but we haven't. What happened to you to get to the AIDS status? You tested too late, and you're sick, and you didn't know from what? Well, yeah, I didn't know I had it, so I had not tested. And so I just kept getting sicker and sicker, and then finally they tested me for everything, including HIV, and then that was positive. But I had not tested since 2011 was my last test, and I was positive in 2016, but I had dated this person in 2013, so it happened in 2013. Have an email. Oh, that's right. You were trying to get a hold of me. Just go to my channel, Artistic Whistleblower. If you go to www.jennifervaughan.org, that's where my, I think you were asking about, I was kind of not very proactive with that because I wasn't trying to push you to do anything, but there's my donate things there if you really want that. Yeah, and email, I took my contact information off there because I just can't do it anymore. I've got messages that come in from Facebook, Instagram, email, YouTube, and
All the
and
information
Twitter,
is
and
basically
I
in all
can't
the
answer all of
videos.
them.
You gotta watch
I'm
the
overwhelmed.
videos.
I wish I need a secretary or an assistant. I don't have one. I'm still just trying to run my life with 3 kids, and I've got so many messages, and I do my best to answer what I can, but I had to turn it off on my my email on my what do you call it, my website, Jesus, the website, because it was just I couldn't answer everybody anymore. It's too much.
Most people freak out because they think they have it and they don't know, and they want to know if they have this symptom.
Yeah, they just want to talk about symptoms.
So we don't even say anything now, but just go test. Go test, and if you're negative, just go on with your life. Please. Yeah. Stay in the channel. But if you're negative, go on with your life. If you're positive, then go see a good doctor and take your pills and go on with your life. Any other way you go on with your life.
Oh, she wants to paint me for fundraising. That was it. She paints.
Who's that?
Artistic whistleblower. I don't know her first name.
Queen Movie, man.
Are the
I
emails?
Can't wait to see it.
The emails I get are mainly people worried that they have HIV. That's just mainly what it is. It's just a lot of people that need hand holding, that have symptoms that they think are HIV, but they're too scared to go, and they give me a long list of symptoms and like situations that they've been in. It's like they're long messages, and it's like they need, literally a lot of these people need to actually just like to either just go test or they need a counselor, and I don't have the time to be everybody's counselor. It's just so it's overwhelming. And I'm not the only one. I know that that's pretty typical for HIV advocates, and it makes sense because people are...
Every week I go to the pharmacy and I go to this there's this aisle and there's like HIV test. I don't know how much it is, like $60, $70.
Maybe 40.
You take it, you bring it home, and you test. That's it. You don't need to send emails and ask questions, just test.
Well, there's
positive,
there's a phone number you can call in there. And I really highly recommend that people go to Pause Forums, POZ.com, what do you call it, /forums, because you can go in there and ask all the questions you want, and there's, they'll only let you do it up until a certain point, and then I think you have to pay, but there's tons of forums there. You can ask all the questions you want and probably see, like Reddit or something, you're going to end up seeing your question answered 1,000 times, so there's a lot of really good information there. Good for her, Delia. Yeah, that's really great. Every 6 months. I mean, if you feel like you're being exposed, for sure. I mean, God, there's women in my group that were married and their husbands were out doing other things with men, and then they brought it home to them, and they would have never considered testing. So they didn't even know that they were being exposed, and they ended up with AIDS. It's really awful. There's several women in my group that had to deal with that. The education's not there. My daughters have taken sex ed recently in high school, and they scan through HIV, like just blew right through it. My daughter even said, "Mom, they didn't even use the right terminology. They kept calling it HIV AIDS, like they didn't realize that there's this distinction, that HIV is the virus, AIDS is a result of what the virus does to somebody's body."
Interesting. Let's say you're in a classroom, one of your colleagues, his mom or her mom's got HIV. We want to, wow. Yeah. Everybody turns let's ask questions.
See, Delia says there's a free clinic, and sure, like even in Santa Cruz.
It's probably free.
Yeah, there's lots of free testing. If you just look up clinics, HIV testing in your area, you most likely can find something that's free. And I know for like the one in Santa Cruz where I was kind of connected to, I can't remember the name of the...
I went to that clinic. I remember I tested here, and
you went to
they charged me money. They wanted to know what my income was.
It was Planned Parenthood.
I think it was like $30 or $40.
You did it on a sliding scale. That's what they based it on.
Yeah.
But there are other clinics, like in Santa Cruz, they had a clinic that it was like every Thursday night they would do free testing for people that were high risk, like people that were using drugs on the street, or if you were a gay male. Those were definitely like I couldn't have gone those nights, but they had it for people that were high risk.
At
I asked
some
them that. I
point-
said, would you have accepted me? And they said, well, not really.
Not really. At some point, if they feel that you might have it, we want to know and want to help you because we don't want you to transmitting to other people. That's the thing, right?
They should only test once a year, but I demand that I get tested every 6 months. Good for you. JC said she was so clueless that she learned so much about HIV. Well, hell, I didn't know anything about HIV either. I just knew, I've said it before that my thoughts were that it was basically gay men or men who use drugs. And I'm not that off. And that it basically is it, and that some of those men bring it back to women, and that's really the truth if you look at the statistics. So I didn't think I was in that. I didn't think it was in my world, but it was. But it was, and it got me. Let's see. What can he do to stop transmission to female partner? Sure, condom. Take his medication, become undetectable.
If you're undetectable,
sure.
you can have unprotected sex.
Yes, you can have condomless sex if you're undetectable. You're not going to transmit it. That's male to female. That's male to male.
Do you
female to
have to tell her about it? That's for sure.
It depends where you live. If you're in England, as long as you're undetectable, you do not have to disclose. You just can't transmit it. If you transmit it, then you're in trouble. But if you're undetectable, you don't have to. The U.S. is definitely still, you have to disclose. State Health Department doing HIV testing, it was free. Yeah, a lot of free stuff. People don't realize. Condoms, yes. Condoms are going to prevent other STIs, so you want to be safe and wear a condom. Forget babies who are born with HIV positive. Yeah, it's fortunate. Two of the women in my group found out they were positive after their babies became ill. And they didn't even know they had it. Yeah. And one of them, they both lost their babies. And one was in San Francisco. Christ, they were both in San Francisco. It's crazy. I think both of them were roughly about 15 years ago. And they just couldn't figure out what was wrong with the babies. They didn't know each other, but they both were in my group.
We have Osama bin Laden online.
That's.
We are.
Hey, Osama. What's up? I thought you died.
Weren't you on the boat and they got you?
Yeah, but now I have lots of women in my group. It's amazing that have had babies. We have 2 babies in the group, 1 on the way, and they're negative. They just, women take their medication and they don't pass it on to the babies. And it's not passed on in utero, it's through the birthing process. So when you're undetectable, and then the babies take medication for 6 weeks after. I think it's 6 weeks. I don't know, maybe longer. But from what I've seen, it's just pretty. It's a. I don't want to say flawless. What's the right word? It's just the chances of transmission are incredibly uncommon.
That's
it's
under. Flawless.
Oh.
We're forgetting it's going to be 2019 soon.
It is. We have 4 more hours. I haven't even had a sip of this.
No, in our case, it's 1 more hour because we're going New York. New York. We're in a New York state of mind. You
should try it. It's warm. It needs to be chilled.
You have to get it chilled before.
Yeah, it's a little warm. That's got me. I think as long as they test, that if they're testing, they all of a sudden get this mindset well, I'm testing, so I must be a person who could have it. It's possible. People get in that mindset and they freak in the midst of testing. They worry that they're going to, because they're testing for it, that now there's this possibility that they could have it. And people will get negatives constantly and they still keep testing. It's like they just can't believe they're negative because they've had symptoms, but symptoms are so general for HIV. It can just be so many other things. Thank you for saying that. JC says, you saying you didn't think it was in your world is not rude. Yeah, I didn't. I always felt that as long as I was around hetero men that I wasn't in any risk, but you don't always know what those hetero men are doing. So there's a chance that you could be with a hetero man that you think has only been with women, but maybe hasn't. And that's very possible too. So you just don't know. Thanks. She likes my honesty. Some people don't. Rude trolls can bite it. True, right? It's 10 there. We've still got, we still have 4 hours.
So Osama is not dead.
I know, Osama bin Laden. That's why would you choose that name?
That's a weird name to choose. Want to know why?
It's a little interesting. Do we miss anything in there? Yeah, there's so much free stuff. Like, if it's stressful.
It's kind of in the interest of the country or state to test people and know who's positive and treat these people.
Yeah.
It's
And by the way, Dr. Phil said that they had to crush the girls to get them through the hole. He's wrong. The autopsy didn't have them. They had no broken bones. Sorry, I just saw his picture at the bottom of my feed here. Dr. Phil, you don't know what you're talking about. It was not in the autopsy report. They had no broken bones. Not that it was easy to get them through, but he did get them through, and he didn't break their bodies. I mean, there were scratches, but anyways. I'm East Coast, so less than an hour. Oh yeah, it's 11, 12 there.
East Coast is almost 11.
Thank you. It's so fun to do these with you. What am I gonna do when you leave?
Well, I'm gonna be in Montreal, and we're gonna do lives together, and then we're gonna.
I told them this morning. I said we're doing a live tonight. That's what we're doing.
We're gonna start my own channel.
I didn't even ask. You do have your own channel.
Well, yeah. Forgot about my 20 subscribers.
Go subscribe. Do you want more people following you?
Now.
Should I be promoting your channel more? What do you even have on there? You have some skateboarding, some snowboarding stuff.
I have I have a video on Steamer Lane. That's very popular.
Oh, was that the one where you have all the kooks?
Kook compilation.
That was funny.
Yeah.
You have snowboarding, and you have the one down in Los Angeles, the skateboarding with the fight.
Oh yeah, that my Venice Beach, a day at Venice Beach video.
A day at Venice,
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's gotten some views.
My neighborhood, well, we're really like, we have a lot of people that get illegal fireworks from Mexico, especially during the 4th of July. So I don't know if that will be happening, but most likely we'll hear that. And it's probably going to be pretty loud. And
that's in 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, Christmas till now this year has been strangely quiet. Yeah, we haven't heard anything. It's been really quiet. The dog hasn't even barked. Nothing's happened yet, but we still are 4 hours away. Let's see. Oh, someone wants to know. Yeah, Delia, why do you keep getting tested? Are you practicing? Yeah, is your risk high? I was kind of wondering that too, but I didn't want to ask. But someone else asked, so maybe you'll answer. Oh yeah, why would you not be reducing your risk? I just wondered if she was married and just wasn't 100% sure about what her husband was up to. I didn't know. Oh, she's not talking. That's okay.
People talking to each other. Right?
Yeah, but she's just asking. She's curious why she is testing often. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, but it's okay.
I bet if your lifestyle is risky, you kind of want to test regularly, but
for sure.
Then you should be on prep.
Or let's say like there isn't any risk, but she just feels better knowing for sure, you know, if it's a free test, why not? Maybe some people just want to be certain regardless of their risk, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if it just makes them feel better, that's, yeah. We'd rather have you know, for sure, without a doubt. I don't do any risky business. We were just talking about that movie yesterday with the car going off into the water.
Porsche. The U-boat commander. That's what he says.
She says she's a hypochondriac. Delia, I was wondering, I mean, it's true, and I totally feel like yes, even if you haven't been at any risk. Because if it makes you feel better, then that's what matters. I'm not even looking at my camera. I'm talking to the words right there. Sorry.
If you're going to test like very often, you're not a hypochondriac. You just want to know. If you're a hypochondriac, you're gonna think you have it all the time and worry about it.
That's true too.
If you keep on going to test, you're just being over precautious.
Yeah.
It's not hypochondriac.
No, and it's, you know, if that gives you peace of mind and makes you feel like more like
But
less
if
stressed,
you feel
and,
you have a
then
risky lifestyle, or if you're a woman, you have a lot of sex with men, you should be on prep.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't probably have to go and worry and test all the time.
I make beans every time.
We're getting the beans ready.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Jesus! What happened?
Oh.
I stepped on the cord. It got caught on my slippers. Wait, did this go down?
It went down, maybe.
Oh, I see what happened. Hold on. This
Okay,
went
yeah,
down.
it fell all the way down. Oops.
Oh shit!
This is funny. She's not drunk, people.
I'm struggling.
We are not drunk. We're taking
I'm
control.
not. Look what happened. It's the legs. Okay, here we go.
Here, it's fixed now.
Oh my god. There's so many things happening right here. Oh
You
my
need to
god.
put it back up.
There we go. Is that okay?
No.
It's not. Oh, I see. Sorry, we're on the struggle bus. Okay, is that good?
Put it back up a little bit.
I can't.
I'll
Oh,
fix it. I'll fix it.
all right, hold on.
I will fix that for you.
Sorry, I just stepped on one part and the whole thing like just kind of collapsed.
How does it look?
That's good. No, down more. We'll probably have to get off in a second anyways. We've been on here for a long time.
Oops.
We lost our lighting.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oops.
Anyway, are you guys gonna get plastered? No, we never do.
What's that plaster?
Oh, I didn't know what plaster meant.
That is
Drunk.
much brighter
It
now.
is. Wait.
That is so much brighter.
There's an adjustment on the, how do we adjust that? We should figure that out anyways. Oh, nice, better. Oh, you saw my stickers, yeah.
I wonder how long we could actually be here
skateboards.
and answer questions and talk to people. Like, probably be for like forever. By the way, I see those stickers, skate or die, zero and hookup. Skate works.
Bones, Santa Cruz, Skate or Die. Never forget Luke Smith. He was a student that went to school with my daughter, Joey. He was killed by the local police, sheriff's department. He was high on LSD and he was 15. He died 1 week before his 16th birthday. He had a bad trip and he had a knife in his hand that he wouldn't put down, and it all went bad and they shot and killed him near where I live. Anyways, we all miss Luke. He was an amazing kid. It's a sad story, and nobody here was very happy about how it all was handled. But try to remember him. He was a really sweet, fun, amazing kid. How much wine did you drink? Literally my glass was this big. I haven't even finished it yet.
Half a bottle.
Did you really?
Well, no, we actually drank this bottle at Christmas, and now we're halfway.
Oh, that started at
probably
Christmas.
had 2 glasses. We never drink. We never, ever drink. Never.
Rarely. But it's a festive night, so why not? Somebody just wrote on Instagram.
This bottle is full. I had just 1 sip out of it. This is a full bottle.
Probably won't. We don't like the way we feel the next day.
And this one is halfway full. If you see. And I had 2 glasses, and I'm feeling like tipsy a little bit. So that's how much we don't drink.
Someone wants to know the hardest part of being positive. I can't think of, and I hate when people. I hate to say that and make it sound so easy, but I don't know.
You said it. You said it. The hardest part is because, let's say you see a baby or see somebody, or and you think, what is that? What if I touch that baby? Is that person gonna think I'm gonna give it HIV?
Maybe, yeah.
I think
something
that's
like
the
that.
probably, and I understand that
Yeah.
totally.
I mean,
It's
I have to
more
take
like
a
it's a
pill.
mind
That's
game.
Not that big of a deal,
It's-
but yeah.
It's you kind of don't want people to think
Well-
that you're gonna be. It's a mind thing.
They said besides stigma, and that to me would be stigma.
That's stigma, but
Well, okay, so like people feeling that I'm fragile, or thinking like when they see me, they're expecting me to be sick, so they see me. Oh, you look good. You look healthy. The healthy is like I am healthy. I'm fine. Like you don't understand. Like what's left in me is dormant and like barely there. It's not doing anything to me. So what you're seeing here is the same thing you would have seen without HIV. I'm not extra healthy. I'm not even a little sick.
like they feel it's that day in the year that you felt good and you went to the store. The rest of the year you're in your bed and you're just and then you feel good. You just I'm gonna go to the store and like no. It's always like that.
My grandparents were from the South. I want to say Oklahoma. The black eyed pea thing, my dad's side of the family did. And I think that's a real New Year's Eve tradition anyways, black eyed peas. Cornbread for sure too. Let's see, by the way, I see this too. Oh yeah, we answered that. 420 for New Year's. I didn't drink, but I'll cheers, I'll smoke, yes. Just don't drive, that's all, just don't drive. MRSA and C. diff. Yeah, C. diff is a big deal. That's what a lot of all the old people die from. People don't even talk about that. Thanks, Delia. Life as Whitney. Stay strong. Love, you got this. I just literally watched your story and I'm like, oh, thank you. Did you watch the one that I made in pictures? That was like, I did that. My God, it's been over 2 years since I put that out. And it's almost New Year's there. Well, Eric, what should we do?
We should get a little. Well, we should put a little champagne.
Here, let me.
And wish everybody
A happy
Feliz Año Nuevo.
There you go.
Happy New Year, and may all your wishes come true.
True. We have champagne mixed with wine.
We have rosé champagne.
Wait, I just saw wrinkles. Oh, to fill in my face wrinkles. Oh, I know you're negative, but do you look at you and Jennifer's really as we're
positive? That's interesting.
Totally.
That could be. I could see myself as a we're positive.
We are positive. He's super positive.
Like she's positive, I'm negative, we're neutral.
There you go. How's the process for starting drugs and how you prescribe them? I kind of just talked about that before. Process for starting drugs? They just start them. Basically, they just
When they know for sure you're HIV positive, you gotta go through the real test, right? Because the first test is just
an antibody test is not totally confirmatory. They want to do blood work after that and get your viral
after
load.
your blood work, they know for sure you're HIV positive.
They know your viral load is
then
CD4.
they can put you on meds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Ashley. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy the new year.
Oh, she watched my video. I cried buckets making that. That was a very long process. Took me forever to do it, but yeah, I'm really glad I did it. It was a very cathartic going through all of it, writing it all out, but I cried as soon as I got all the music that I wanted going through it, and it didn't turn out perfectly. There's a few little errors throughout it, but and I probably would have changed some stuff, but it was heavy. Like some of that music, and it so really represented how I felt through all of it, truly. Thank you. My kids are awesome. Good kids. None of them are here tonight. They're Ryan's at a friend's and Joey and Owen are at their dad's. Happy New Year. That's cute. I doubt a cure in 2019, but it's looking more like maybe 10 years. Like there's not going to happen this year.
We don't really hope for it, but it would be a good thing, definitely.
Yeah.
But we don't think it's going to happen.
Well,
if it comes, good. If it doesn't, we'll be fine.
it's not.
We're
There's,
fine.
there's
We're
no
fine
talking
as
about
it
it.
is.
Canada.
Canada.
Which Canada?
Happy
Which
New
part?
Year's from Canada. XO, Lacey Boland. Where are you from? Tell us. Calgary.
Alberta. We had somebody else from Alberta earlier, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always feel like Calgary is super cold. I
feel
bet
like-
it's cold in
I feel
January.
like all of Canada is super cold.
But and I like baby.
Brett the Hitman Hart. I don't know.
Brett the Hitman Hart. Like yeah.
Who's that? Is that a skater?
That's Wired Up. He wants us to go for a big spliff right after we're going for the big thing. We're gonna roll
Smoke
it
a
up.
bowl. Smoke a big bowl, big fatty. Really nice right now.
We're more into like, what do we smoke? Like those big bong?
Bong.
We're gonna hit from the bong.
A big bong hit. That's so you and me for sure. We're so straight and narrow, it's not even funny. Like, yeah, we're over those days of partying. But yeah, you kind of got to go through it. Weren't you like you were like a bouncer at a club, weren't you?
I was.
So sexy.
When I was studying in college, I was a bouncer at a club named Le Foufoun.
Fuffoon.
Le Foufoun Electric. Lots of drugs. lots of
Lots
drinking.
of drugs. What
Lots of drunk people. Lots of fights.
Did you actually throw people out?
I did. I was the nice guy though.
Really?
Yeah. That's kind of why he hired me, because there was a lot of fights, and they hired me because he felt like this guy is gonna
Bret Hart's a
kinda
wrestler from Calgary.
clean it up. Bret Hart is a wrestler from Calgary. Yeah, he
How
is.
many months HIV test? So you can't test within 2 weeks of the exposure because it's not enough time. So anytime after 2 weeks to 3 months is the window period. If you're negative at 3 months, you're negative. But I've been told that at 2 weeks, if you test negative, it's pretty much a 78% chance. That's what somebody told me, that you're in the clear. When you test at 3 months, you're like 99% chance in the clear. So, I mean, I know people that keep testing after 3 months and they're still getting negatives and they're still losing sleep at night. I don't understand why. Because they have symptoms that they think are HIV, but so many times you can just get yourself so worked up that you actually create some symptoms, believe it or not. They're like, they say,
yes.
well, weight loss, they're like, you know, stomach issues, you know, all these things. It's like, yeah, I mean, I had a kid in the very beginning.
I can understand that the stress itself that you might have HIV might cause some of the symptoms itself.
Remember
so
the kid from New York?
It's like a circle.
There was a kid sending me pictures of his arms, like from 1 week to the next, going, "Don't you see, like, doesn't my arm look smaller than?" And I'm like, I don't see anything different. But he was, and then I didn't know enough back then to really be really confident in telling him. He thought he'd gotten it from a girl, although that girl had tested negative, but he still was certain because he'd been feeling sick. And oh my God, I held his hand for 3 months. And I learned my lesson. He was basically a hypochondriac, and he didn't have it, and I didn't know enough to like tell him that. I mean, I tried to like explain it to him a million times, but he was just every day contacting me, so upset, so worried. But it was not HIV. Does your boyfriend have any qualms with intimacy with you?
Not at all. It's the last thing I think about when we're being intimate. Really, it's the last thing. So
and it's
true.
all super great.
And sometimes I think of myself, why?
What?
I don't even think about it. And it's kind of like, it's probably like just this channel you have and this thing you have with the internet that reminds me of it. Because otherwise I wouldn't even think about it.
True.
It's nothing really. It's just this virus you have, and you just take this one pill. We wouldn't even talk about it.
True. We only talk about it because of
It's
like the
because
channel.
you decided to help all these people and to like be open about it. Otherwise, it'd be just
Yes.
this thing we don't talk about.
Lacey says, isn't it amazing how powerful our minds are, that we can actually think we're experiencing things we're not. 100%. You can make yourself super sick. People do it all the time.
Yeah.
They are convinced that they've got it and they will lose weight. So many things they can feel like is happening in their body. You can actually create rashes from stress. I mean, like, and then they're like, oh my God, I've got this. They'll send me pictures of rashes. I don't know why people do that. I can't look at a rash and go, yes, that's HIV. I mean, I would never ever say that, and I wouldn't even know anyways. You have to test. That's the only way to know. But yes, your mind can do insane things to your body, for sure, without a doubt. How do you get so many subscribers? I can't get a subscriber if my life depended on it. It just happened over time. YouTube has pushed some of my videos a lot, and I had no say in that. They just did. It was my 16 symptoms video and my HIV/AIDS story. Those have gotten a lot of attention, and then when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, they associated a lot of my videos with Freddie Mercury, so that a lot of recent subscribers because of that. And how did I get here? Oh, hi Dark Ekin. We don't know, but we're glad you're here. And yeah, I don't know. And somebody recently kind of told me about a month ago, you need to start be more proactive on your channel and doing like at least, well, they told me I should be vlogging every day, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing it pretty much like twice a week, and then I'm live once a week. So it's been like 3 videos a week.
So,
and,
so just to wire it up, what I would do is, for myself, I don't even know who Tupac is. Tell me who he is, explain it to me. Like, who he is. I don't know. Yeah. Tell me, like, go back to the basics.
Look him
and
up.
explain.
Look up Tupac.
I did.
Oh, you don't? No,
I don't know.
That's not him.
Like, just, like, this is his channel.
Okay.
This is Wired Up's channel. What do you think? What would you do? You want to get more subscribers?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the titles. Well, they're about Tupac, but there's no pictures of Tupac. I want to see Tupac.
See?
Yeah, I'd want to see Tupac.
I want to see Tupac.
Tupac.
I want to know him. Like, what's his music? Or is it music? Really?
Yeah, he's a rapper and an actor.
I don't know him.
Here, you
so
need to
bring me to Tupac. Show me what he does.
Thumbnails make a big difference. You have to have thumbnails that are like gonna draw people in for sure. And titles, your titles have to be enticing and use clickbait. You don't remember this guy?
What's his most known song? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bring me closer to that guy.
I honestly wouldn't even know his.
Or. Oh,
you don't have.
I don't.
Touch screen. I'm like trying to scroll up.
Dear Mama.
Dear Mama. I don't feel like I know his. I know about the hologram.
So yeah, tell me that in your channel. Start me from the beginning.
You gotta have pictures of him and thumbnails, I would say.
I'm just this guy that doesn't know him.
Yeah. My favorite parts of the show is discovering your channel. Thank you! Thank you. It's so nice. Diagnose Kendall. I don't know. Cool cat. Dark Ekin doesn't know how he got here, but either you or me is a cool cat, so that's cool.
Cool cat.
Cool cat.
We have a cool cat right here.
We do. Look at Sky's right there.
That's a cool cat.
Sky. Oh.
Like he's always on the video. Whoa, look at that. How cool is that?
We're watching the delayed reaction of him stretching out. He's a lapper.
You think he's got any form of stress right now?
See if I can get him on my lap. Oh.
Cool cat. We're coming close to a year.
It's my big.
Sorry, you're on the bright side. You got it at a time when meds are top notch.
Totally.
True, yeah.
Very lucky. Very lucky. I always feel really grateful that it happened when it happened. Sorry, I will never stop saying that it's not a big deal, because that is, people that won't test need to know that. And it helps people stop stressing out and maybe go and test. It's a double-edged sword. People get pissed off that I say that because they say it's irresponsible and they think people will not protect themselves because HIV is not a big deal. But people need to know like how manageable it is today, so that they will go test. So otherwise, people will just continue to spread it. That's nice. I cry a lot in my videos. I'm a big crybaby.
You do?
I do. Oh, you're from the Queen. I love when I meet people that have found me through the Queen videos. It's so freaking awesome. That is the best. Lacey found me through that. Yeah, I'm so hoping Rami wins the Oscar and the movie wins the Oscar. I'm so excited for him and all of them. It was such a great movie. He knew too much. Tupac. Yeah, it was the East Coast, West Coast. Tupac was West Coast, right?
So he was killed? Somebody killed him? What happened?
He was shot. And then Biggie Smalls was shot in Vegas, like right on the strip. I thought that was in retaliation
Some
for
kind of gang
Tupac.
war?
Am I wrong? I think I might be right.
So, educate me on Tupac.
5'11".
I don't know anything about what happened.
Oh, thanks. Somebody asked me the other day if I'd ever modeled or if I'd ever thought about it. No and no. Thought about it only because I was tall, but I remember calling this modeling agency when I was in high school. I was such a nerd in high school, but I knew I was tall. I didn't think I had a great body, but I knew I was tall, and I thought that's all you needed, and then they could make me prettier because they could do stuff with my hair, and I thought I had some potential. I didn't ever think I was that great looking or anything, but I remember calling, and it was a total they just wanted your money, and oh yes, you sound perfect, and we were having this long conversation with this guy on the phone, and then my girlfriend kind of told me the whole thing's a scam, and they just want your money.
They want your money. You're gonna hire. They're gonna hire your photographers. You're gonna have to pay for the whole thing, and
Orlando Anderson killed him because they jumped him. Tupac. Oh, he was killed by Orlando Anderson. Okay, and then it wasn't the retaliation that they killed Biggie Smalls, right? Didn't that happen after? That was right on the strip. Has 2 cats and they're always doing crazy shit in their videos. That's so funny. Orlando was a Crip from Compton, and Tupac was associated with Death Row Records, which were the Bloods. Death Row's West Coast? I don't know why I feel like Tupac was West Coast. Happy New Year's. I love your channel and thank you for your story. Hello from Reno, Nevada. Found your channel before the Queen movie. Bohemian Rhapsody, that's cool. Biggie was killed 6 months after in LA. And I thought it was Las Vegas. Yes, it was in retaliation, yep. Tupac Death Row was West Side. See, I know my shit. I know. I know this stuff. I was 28 when he was murdered. I was definitely into MTV and all of that. I do remember all that. Tupac told the cop before he died to F off. What a swell guy. I just remember seeing the autopsy photo of Tupac. Tupac was killed in LA. It starts with an R. It's
Is the guy who killed him in prison right now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Never found?
Tupac was killed in Vegas. Oh, I thought Biggie Smalls was killed in Vegas. God, what is the name of that? There was a website called, it starts with an R. What was it? Oh, it's gonna bother me. But anyways, it's a really disgusting website where they had a bunch of autopsy photos of famous people and gross murder scenes. Rotten.com. Oh, that was it. Rotten.com. Anyways, they had his autopsy photo, and it's his chest is cut straight open, it's just.
They opened him.
And it's his face. It was gross. Oh, that Orlando guy was killed by another gang member. Yeah, where I live, the kids are not allowed to wear blue or red. There's a lot of gang activity in Watsonville and Santa Cruz and stuff. So in high schools, they are not allowed to wear red. Well, 2 of the high schools. There's 3 high schools that I go to. One of them it's okay, but 2 of the other ones it's absolutely no red and blue. None. I remember I worked summer school 2 years ago, and this kid shows up with red tennis shoes, red jeans,
Wow.
Totally in a gang. They're like,
No.
you're going home, or someone's bringing clothes for you to change. And he was definitely in a gang. It's like, oh my god, dude, like couldn't have been more obvious.
Remember
Red tennis shoes.
when the red Levi's, like they were like totally in fashion? We all wanted them. When was that? Like
Red?
1980 something.
Did you ever
The
wear
red
white?
Levi's were so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch, or did you wear white ones?
I never did. Did you?
No, I have a pair of
Mine
white,
was
but
that
white
one.
doesn't look good. Central Florida. I was just in Florida, but it was Orlando.
Central Florida. Candice Herman.
I'd say German. But
Candice German. It's most probably like a Spanish name, no? Herman.
Mhm.
Which is brother.
How many people are still on here? Still 21. Wow.
We're
That's nice.
20. We're
This is
23.
gonna be the longest video. Yeah, rotten.com. Yep. I know. It's gross. God, I saw one of the like you get those images in your head and then you can't ever get rid of them. You've never seen rotten.com, have you?
No, never went there.
Never forget there was a lady with a broomstick like shoved all the way up through her pee hole, like all the way, like the broom was in between her legs, like, and she was dead, and like this was somebody had
Put it up there.
all the way up through her body.
And they couldn't get it out.
So gross. High school colors, I don't know. Aptos is purple and no, I don't even know what they are. I don't know. They're definitely like not red or blue. God, Watsonville High. Pajaro Valley is one of our schools. I think they're purple. And then Watsonville High is the other one. I honestly don't. Aptos is the other one, but I don't know. It's so sad. I don't even know.
I think that like Watsonville City is such a cool name. The airport is WVI. Like there's so many possibilities around Watsonville to like.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Watson.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, the skaters wear just says Watson. WATSON.
Watson.
Yeah. And
the Ville.
We've got the Ville. That's cool with strawberries on it because they grow a lot of strawberries here. Yeah, I don't know. We watched my friend Dahmer the other night. That was good. Although if you watch the movie, they don't get to the part where he actually does the murders.
We're kind of like waiting. This is just like, wow. Well, it's only his youth, the before.
It's everything
like,
leading up to it, like what his life was.
Anything really.
Yeah.
They probably did that on purpose because otherwise it would have been like an R.
Yeah,
movie.
true. I thought for sure we were gonna see what he did in his apartment and how he did it. And like, nope. Do you know that he killed 2 brothers?
Never.
Yeah, I read that out of like the 17, 2 of them were actually brothers. Yeah, one of them was the one that ran out of his house. He was 14, or his apartment, and the police had him, and he told the police to let him go. That it was just they were having a quarrel between 2 lovers. And they said, "Well, we thought this was a kid." And he goes, "Oh no, he's an adult. He was 14." And they gave him back to him.
Oh wow.
And then he killed him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go too, Annie. And Happy New Year to you. Okay, so let's cheers.
That guy, what's his name?
Dahmer.
Dahmer is very intelligent because he got away with so long, such a long time.
Over 10 years, he was murdering people and hiding their
Compared
bodies.
to Chris Watch was like didn't even last 10 hours.
Didn't even last. Yep, not even a half a day.
Totally different person.
Dude got caught right away. Nice try. But Jeffrey Dahmer didn't have all the technology that's available today, like the police cam. Body cams, the GPS on the truck, the neighbor's camera catching the truck and him going in. I mean, so many things.
But he was going for totally unknown people that are random, like in the streets. But
no cell phones. There's no way to track where anybody went.
True, that guy would go jogging and you can't find him, or that guy is a hitchhiker. There's a cell phone, but still.
Yeah.
I think you could get away with it with that same thing today.
Maybe don't kill people. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe.
Yeah, don't kill your family.
That might be a good idea.
That's gonna be our resolution in 2000.
Right, Jesus.
Don't kill anybody.
Red, white, teal, white, black, and gold. Yeah, maybe we have some of those colors. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I don't even know what their mascots are. Someone said I fell down the Watts rabbit hole so hard and saying, I know, me too. I can't stop looking at it. Well, yeah.
Looking forward to more videos from Wired Up. Teach me how, teach me who Tupac is.
I want to talk about Chris Watts.
Chris Watts.
We want to know how he's doing in jail. And it was really sad. There was a letter. Did you see the letter that a neighbor of his had written to him saying, you know, dude, like, I would have been here for you. Like, what happened? We can't understand why you did this. And this was somebody that knew them and knew Chris and knew the girls and stuff. And he said, you know, my wife and I flew out for the funeral and it was really peaceful. And he said, dude, if you need somebody to talk to, I will come and visit you. If you need, you know, I'm there for you. I know you feel like the world hates you right now. I thought it was a really sad letter to me, and it's just so sad. Like, he knew him. He was like, what? Dude, like, you could have come to any of us. We would have helped you. We would have talked to you. Why would you go to that insane place and do something so horrific?
But did he need help?
No, he wasn't seeking help. He
wasn't
wanted,
seeking help.
No.
He wanted to get rid of something that was in his way.
Someone says there's a ghetto bird flying around. What the heck is a ghetto bird? I don't know what that is. Now my neighborhood is getting pretty loud. I mean, we still hear nothing, but it's only almost 9 o'clock here. I don't have side effects. Maybe a slight queasiness an hour after I take it, but it doesn't last, like, maybe a couple minutes. It's maybe a slight headache. Depends if I've eaten. Same thing, would last maybe a couple minutes, and then it's gone. But that's it. And it's no big deal. I don't care. Happy New Year. Finally caught you live. I know, we've been on here for a long time. We're actually going to get off. We've been on here for like almost 2 hours.
We're 12 minutes from midnight in New York.
We are. That's true. Maybe we should just wait for New York time. We can say
New York, which is, how many people are in that hour, like, what, time zone?
Time zone, yeah. It's
how many people
East Coast.
Watching are actually in that time zone?
Well, I don't know if they're still there now. They probably went to bed.
Counting down. Florida.
Florida, that's right.
So they're there,
Yeah.
12, 13 minutes from, and most people I know are from 13 minutes from.
A ghetto bird is a chopper, a helicopter. Oh my god, I should know that. That's
Bahamas.
So wow, the Bahamas. It's always there, right? Always there. It's always warm there, right? I just assume it's always warm.
Or super windy.
9:48 here. They have, yeah, it's 8:48 here, or 8:49.
9:48 from, I would say, Arizona all the way to, like, what?
Texas, that's
Texas,
2 hours.
Yes.
2 hours ahead.
Yeah.
10:49. Is anybody watching, like, Ryan Seacrest? Is he on? I don't even know who's doing it this year. Or is it Anderson Cooper? Do they even let the redhead do it anymore? The comedian? What's her name? I just heard Fireworks.
Seacrest. Why did I hear that name?
He's from American Idol. He doesn't do it anymore, though. Kathy Griffin, yeah. Kathy and Anderson are, like, on the outs, I know. Southern California in the house. We'll be down there next week. Or, I don't know when, a few days. Heading down to
In Quebec, we have a comedy show, like, at midnight. From 11 to midnight. And it's called, like, Bye Bye 2018.
Really?
And there's, like, it's a comedy. It's like, it looks like it's like Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
There's, like, sketches all about what happened in 2018. It's funny. I usually don't watch it.
Oh no, if we're missing any,
of
we might be missing some good musical acts right now.
Utah,
Salt Lake City, Chile.
I bet.
Every time I think of Salt Lake City, Utah, I just think of Elizabeth Smart. It's my first thought, always.
I think
poor
of
girl.
the snow up. Snowboard, skiing, it's 10:15, 10:50.
10:50. I also think of the polygamist family that did the TV show. I think they were from Utah. I saw Smart's dad in AutoZone once. Whoa! It's crazy. That girl has gone on to wow, what an amazing story. Thank God she survived all that. My genetically half-sister is related to the Mitchell guy. No. No way. And Wanda Barzey's out. I was just listening to that on a podcast or on a YouTube thing today. She's out after 15 years. She helped him, rape her 4 times a day. How is she out of jail? Wanda Barzey was the woman who was along with, she was Mitchell, I can't think of his last name, the guy that had her, but it was his common law wife or whatever, but she totally helped him rape her.
4 times
She didn't do anything about it. She just, apparently they said she was she would be laying right next to Elizabeth, letting it happen. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Bad stuff.
Fucked up.
Yeah, amazing.
Celebrities in person? I've seen Mel Gibson. I was in the same. I was having a coffee in the morning in Costa Rica, and he has a house near. What's it called? Anyway, Carmen, Playa Carmen. He has a house there, and he.
Oh yeah, what happened with that? Did you say anything to him?
No. But my girlfriend, she was
she wanted to
acted
say
differently. Everything changed.
She was certain that he would notice her.
Of course.
She laughed a little louder, flipped her hair a little bit more.
Exactly.
I've met other famous people, but I don't remember who they were. Robin Williams, when I was a kid, they did the walkathon when I was 8 or 9 years old, so 1979, and he flew into Redwood City where the 49ers practice in a helicopter. I mean, it was unreal. And this was when Mork and Mindy was huge, and Robin Williams flew into this park that we were all at, and it was I could not believe I was looking at Robin Williams. It was amazing. I mean, he was far away, but that was really, really cool. In person, though, oh Christ, I know I've met famous people. I've seen Rodney Dangerfield. I saw him walk by in the streets in Los Angeles. I was like, holy crap, there's Rodney Dangerfield.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who did we see last year?
Oh, I saw in a restaurant, this wouldn't be exciting to anybody. I can't think of her name. She lives in Woodside. She's a folk singer from the 70s. Whatever.
Who did you see? Tell us.
We're spending our New Year's alone too with the cats, so don't feel bad. It's just us with some cats and a dog. We don't go anywhere. I got my picture taken with Pat Monahan from Train. I met him. That was really exciting. That was really exciting because he was away from Train for a little bit. He just went on his own and he was doing county fairs. But I still knew him as the Drops of Jupiter guy, so I went to the county fair. And we were my brother and I were literally in a barn. And he was on this stage with this band and he's singing Led Zeppelin. I'm like, is this for real? There was less than 100 people in the crowd. I'm like, I felt bad for Pat Monahan. I'm sure this was not some of his fondest memories of stardom, but for us, we got this really up. I mean, my brother and I were sitting there and you just sat wherever you wanted. It was like going to a country bar.
Cool.
And we're sitting there and I'm like, Brian, Pat, is he really gonna come out on that stage? Could not believe it. Comes out, tears it up. He was awesome. And then there was a group of people that were getting to go backstage. So they're standing off to the side. I don't know how they got to be in this group, but I just decided, I told my brother, I said, I'm going. So I just got in that group of people. I didn't know any of them. And I just walked backstage with all of them. And we all lined up. They said, Pat will be out in a moment. And this girl that was back there too, they said the line would start here. And she was, I'm gonna go get in line. You wanna get in line with me? I'm like, okay. And I remember I was freaking out because I knew I was going to meet Pat Monahan. I mean, it was the biggest, oh my God, I was so nervous. I could not even, I remember when they took the picture with me and him, there was 3 questions I want to ask him, or I wanted to tell him that I'd heard him on Howard Stern and I loved him from Howard Stern. And I said, why didn't you sing the song Girlfriend? Because I love that song Girlfriend. It was from this Pat Monahan album. And I asked him one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. My mouth wasn't even working right when I was asking these questions. I couldn't believe I was actually I was talking to, like we were this close. And then I
Cool.
asked if I could take my picture with him, and back then it wasn't selfies. I had to hand my camera to somebody, and I was taller than him. I think I squatted down a little bit, and I remember my mouth wouldn't even my muscles were so tense in my mouth because I was so nervous that I smiled all dorky, but I have the picture. I have the Pat Monahan picture. I'll show it another time, but
We
yeah.
want to see it.
It was really exciting. It was like right after my separation so it was like almost 10 years ago. 2008. It was 2008.
Saw Cher in Vegas. Elvira last year.
Cher,
at
wow.
Knott's Berry
Is she
Farm.
really tall? Did someone say Cher? Yeah, is she
Cher.
really tall? I feel like she would be super tall.
Sean Cassidy, I don't know that.
Sean Cassidy, woohoo! Yeah, he's back in the late
Marilyn
70s.
Manson.
Marilyn
Love
Manson,
him. I
wow.
love him. He's amazing. Good music.
He
I
is
love
tall,
Marilyn Manson.
very tall, yeah. John Lennon, wait. Oh, they're playing
So
John
Marilyn
Lennon in
Manson is
Times
tall.
Square. Oh,
Wow.
that's nice. I remember when John died, my God. I remember exactly where I was in my house, right? And at first I thought my mom said Jack Lemmon, because he's an actor. And I was like, oh, that's sad. And then my mom was like, no, John Lennon from the Beatles. And I remember being like, what? What song is that? Oh, yeah, Imagine's a super, super sad song. Mariah Carey, wow. Was she a total diva? Kennedy Center tribute. It's almost 3 minutes to midnight in New York, so we're going to say cheers and then we're going to hang up. Adam Lambert. I really want to see Queen in concert. They're going to be here like in July. Adam Lambert did an amazing version of the song Believe. He's incredible. That voice of his is unreal. Oh my God. Hello from South Africa. What time is it there? It's already 2019 in South Africa. I feel like a car is here. Did you hear a car pull up? Maybe it's just outside. Joey's not supposed to be here. It's 6:58 a.m. Oh, good morning. It's 9 here, almost 9.
It's 8:57.
Yeah, we're going on East Coast time. Adele, oh, and Shakira, how cool. That's awesome. I swear. Hold on.
Mariah Carey.
I feel like I'm hearing. No. Mariah Carey. She's an amazing singer too.
I feel like I didn't see that many known people, like really important people in my life.
No. Shania Twain.
We were about this
love her.
close, about 8 feet from Bono.
Oh yeah.
We saw like
oh,
U2.
oh
Like,
my
we were,
God.
Like, first row.
Eric surprised me. Oh my God, that's the best story. I should tell a whole video about that. Yeah, he surprised me. Took me into this place. It's 1 minute till midnight, by the way, in New York. We're gonna have to say cheers. And we were walking. I didn't know where we were going. I thought we were going to use the bathroom in this building. I had no idea it was actually like an event center. We were in Montreal. I had no clue. And like all of a sudden we get through the doors and he's just smiling, excuse me. And I remember I crumbled when I realized where we were and that we were going to see U2.
You
like,
thought we were kind of in a place,
museum
a museum
for
that was
maybe,
like,
yeah.
And then you started seeing people selling T-shirts and selling posters of U2, and then we were walking around, and we were already into the inside the auditorium,
right
and
before
she
you go
didn't
down
even
the
know
stairs.
she was gonna see that. What was that? 3 years ago?
Yeah, and then we get you walk down. You weren't even sure how good the seats were. We get down there and we're literally like on the edge of the stage, like
The guy had told me the tickets were good. I didn't believe it because I never believe anything until I see.
Could not believe it. And U2 is one of my favorite bands. And I mean, we literally we could see Bono's eye color from how close we were. And he came over and sang at one point, right? You videotaped me. I've got to find that. I was singing along. I didn't know I had HIV then either. Remember?
Oh wow!
It was before.
That's so interesting when you saw, yeah. And there was a lot about
it's midnight in New York.
Midnight.
Sure.
City.
Happy New
Quebec.
Year. Yeah, in Quebec too. It's 2019.
East Coast, Florida,
Montreal,
Georgia. North and South Carolina, Delaware,
Boston.
New York, Boston.
Everybody on the East Coast. Happy New Year's.
Bonne année.
This is tasting better.
Mm.
Montreal is really fun, but it's
Bucket list.
scary if you don't speak French and you only speak English and you're alone.
I would go to Montreal during the jazz festival or the comedy comedy festival, probably end of July, August.
Elvira.
Best time to go.
I don't know. Elvira, all I know is the actress, like, or the character. Is that a band? Elvira's?
Elvira's?
I
have no
don't
idea.
know. We're not aware. Delilah has another. It's so fun hanging out with you guys. You're so sweet. Everybody's so nice.
Interesting thing about French is you know so many words. You know like probably like more than 100 words. You don't even know they're French.
We
And
do
you-
this all the time. I'll say something and I'll say it how. God, what's an example? I'll say something and he'll go, wait, how did you say that? And I'll say it and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize that was a French word, but that's how we say it here. And then he'll say it how they say it there, and it's like.
It's just a question of pronouncing the word.
My mom had this piece of furniture. It was wicker and it was shaped like a.
Etagere.
Like, I said
It's an etagere.
our etagères. I'd say our
Etagere.
Because you're what? My etagères, and they had shelves. My mom always fondly referred to them as etagères. I don't know that that's like even correct, but that's what we called it. The armoire.
The armoire. Etagere. Like everything that's furniture.
Furniture, yeah. But there's so many other words. Yeah, hors d'oeuvre, déjà vu. I mean, I had a whole list of like 100 of them that we came up with. I was like, my God, it's nonstop. And then I realized that so much of our stuff is actually written in French also, like in soap or shampoo. Everything's written in French after, which makes no sense because where I live, everything should be in Spanish. So I don't know why things are in French. So you're teaching yourself French. Good luck. I think it's freaking hard. I gave up.
You're learning French from France, which is totally, well,
Yeah.
the pronunciation is different, but it's the same French. I understand that if you're learning the French from France, you're gonna go to Quebec. You're gonna have a hard time understanding what people say. But that's probably like me going to England and like I can't understand whatever there's. Like, I don't get it.
Do you have trouble in understanding
If
the
I
English
go to
accent?
England, it's like for me it's like Chinese. They're speaking English and
Really?
I don't understand it because for me it's already hard to like understand English because it's not my first language, and
Yeah.
then they're having this different accent. So it's
Right. If it's country too, I know if it's like a southern accent, you
southern
have trouble.
accent or
In movies, you've
people
had
in
trouble.
like let's say I go to the restaurants and people have this slang and I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just, whatever slang. And in Quebec we have a slang.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why I understand that it's not, if it's not your first language, it's quite difficult.
Yeah. Oh, Scottish, forget it. I can't even understand Scottish half the time. I love it. I love that it's so hard to understand. Yeah, Scottish is
it's same
really
thing. Yeah, it's an accent. It's English, but it's spoken so differently that you don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've somebody on my
Depending on your level of French or your level of English, you're gonna understand Australian or Scottish but if you're very like a beginner, forget it.
yeah. This is a 2-hour video.
It is.
Do you think anybody's gonna watch this for 2
Never.
damn hours? I'm gonna have to just smell. My candle smells so good over there. I'm gonna have to pick out some really good parts and like put those on something. But this is so long, no one's gonna watch this. My God, I'll still keep it up. on
My
channel,
pen
but-
pal Gaetan. Gaetan lives in Toulouse. That's so cool.
My friend brought me a potato maker.
That's awesome.
Where's that from? A potato maker, like it cuts potatoes. Speak Irish. That is harder. Irish is, yeah. The Irish accent is.
Isn't Bono from Ireland?
Yes. I love the Irish accent. Irish, Scottish, English, all of that. It's just, I love it. And South Africa and Australian. Those are all fun. So much fun. Fresh yummy potatoes
so
in my
funny.
What?
I can make fresh yummy potatoes in my microwave. Yay!
That's sweet. Fresh yummy potatoes. I love that. You should patent that. You should just say I make fresh yummy potatoes. I would so buy those.
There's actually a brand of potato chips that's yummy.
There is. Oh, thank you. And by the way, I did see your comment before. Hi, I don't know how you pronounce that. Hilux? How do you pronounce that?
Hilux boy.
Yeah.
So he owns like a Toyota Hilux. He's probably
okay.
from like South America.
No, he's
like
he's South
Central.
Africa.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
They have the Hilux. It's a Toyota pickup.
Oh,
It's
that's okay. So I look. Thank you. I feel like I can't go without my glasses. I don't like.
Please tell me if it's that was it's called. Like it's about a pickup truck. Hilux
Yeah.
boy.
He speaks German also. Her mom's full blood German. Wow. Sarish.
How to say Happy New Year in German?
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
As a kid.
Frohes neues Jahr. I think.
Oh, wait. I wish I'd grown up in a large city as a kid. I could have been in a dual track French school. Really?
You couldn't. You
where
couldn't be
would that
speaking
have-
French right now.
Where would that have been? Or do all large cities offer that? Is that available like in San Francisco? I need to add water to my beans. I'm gonna make sure that I don't trip over the cord again.
Do you? Well, the thing is, do you really need French? Do you need to speak it? How important is it? Is it really?
Well, you want to live in
For me, it's only important because I live there and there's like friends, but I could get away with English. So
Yeah.
how important it is? It's probably like a hobby you have to learn new languages because you don't need it. You don't need any other language than English, really.
Yep.
If it's the hobby of yours to learn languages, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Well,
It's kind of fun. You're traveling somewhere and you kind of like order your own sandwich in the language or a beer or.
oh,
That's
thank
kinda
you.
cool.
They are happy. They're great kids. I'm lucky for sure. Wish I knew a second language. I suppose what a benefit. Yeah, he knows 4. I know 1.5. I definitely understand Spanish, but I don't feel comfortable speaking it too much. A little bit around little kids, but yeah. I think that's super cool that you know so many languages. It's pretty cute.
I feel the most important languages are English and Spanish. And then after, I would say French.
Yeah,
I like to speak like Chinese or Japanese for sure.
Really?
But that's probably impossible. Happy New Year!
Yeah, I always like when he speaks French. If he gets a phone call from home, anybody in Quebec, he starts going on. And I have no clue what he's saying, and I always want to film you and put it on my Instagram. But then I think I don't know if it's anything like private. Like
Maybe I'm saying something like.
Yeah, I don't ever. I love that I don't know what you're saying, but I want everybody to hear your French because it's so beautiful. It's just mysterious to me. It's that part of me. I just like all I see are like hearts in my eyes. I've never known anybody who spoke French. It's just very special. It's very special.
Mon amour.
English and Spanish. You shouldn't make that face. I think that's awesome that you're bilingual. I mean, all the kids I teach are all bilingual, and they so don't get how special it is and how lucky they are that they're bilingual. I mean, it's just super awesome. They're little
That's
kids.
a true advantage from the kids that live in this area that get to learn from their mother Spanish and they go to school and it's all English. So they have friends. It's
I don't know what curries are.
full bilingual. Like from going from one to another without any accent.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Definitely. You know these 2 languages? There's probably like 400 million people speaking Spanish in the world, and at least, well, there's 300 million Americans for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're speaking the language of half the planet, really.
From Canada is another one from Canada.
To your boyfriend as well. I'm from Canada as well. Alexandra, where are you from?
We've
What
already
part?
had 2 from Alberta.
Alberta is pretty popular. What? Nova
Nova
Scotia.
His brother lives in Nova Scotia.
Probably Halifax. My brother lives in like close to Bridgewater.
Can you believe how many people we've
Like
had from
about-
Nova Scotia every time we do a
True.
live?
Nova Scotia is pretty popular.
That's amazing.
Cap Breton. Cap Breton, Nouveau-Brunswick. New Brunswick, no?
They speak French in Nova Scotia?
There are some people that speak French. More in New Brunswick. They have a special accent also there.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra, are you from New Brunswick or Nova Scotia? Were you born in Nova Scotia? Happy New Year. I hope your government opens soon. I follow American politics very closely. So, Cape Breton is in Nova Scotia. I didn't know. I'm not really that. I don't know that much. But it's beautiful. Nova Scotia is very beautiful.
Speak a little French, mostly English. Yeah. Cape Breton is an island. You know that?
I'm very. I love geography, but I don't know that much.
Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of it.
I got an island. How secluded is that?
I wonder if your brother would know that.
Probably my brother definitely knows.
Yeah. That's cool.
Very strong accent for real, yeah, for sure. Very strong accent in Cape Breton. Cape Breton.
A Nova Scotian?
I'm so curious. I want to look it up.
It's a Nova Scotian accent?
They have in New Brunswick. They have a special French accent, which is yes, like you can like even Quebec, people from Quebec City have a different accent than people from Sherbrooke or from Montreal or from. It's so you probably can tell people from LA and people from San Francisco, like, and people from Santa Cruz, they have different things they say. Like, oh, you're from Santa Cruz, or you're from Stockton, or can't you?
No, not that.
And,
no, like you
well,
could in California. I don't know that you'd hear. You might hear more of like a hick accent of somebody's more country, maybe, like more like a drawl, maybe. But I don't know that you could really California.
I can tell if somebody comes from this area just by the way they say this particular word. It's French is that.
So partly wrote. Do Americans say Happy New Year's or instead of Happy New Year? I've thought about that today a few times. I want to say Happy New Year, but we say both. We definitely say Happy New Year's. We do. Happy New Year's, yeah, but we say Happy New Year also. People, should we see what the deleted message is? People from the rest of Canada have a hard time understanding us. The accent is really...
So there's an English accent from Cape Breton.
Subbing for no apparent reason and also... Oh.
What's that?
Please sub me for no apparent reason. That's what they said. And also Happy New Year's.
That's the name. Subscribe to me for no reason.
Oh, yeah. Well, but then he said again, please subscribe to me. That's kind of funny. I'm in California.
Do you
have the
have
same
an
accent as
accent?
Jennifer? Yeah.
So Jennifer has an accent.
When my girlfriend was here in California until high school, then she went to Chicago, like sophomore year. As time went on, like a year or two later, she said, "Oh my gosh, you have such a California accent. Now that I'm in another state, I hear it so much." And I didn't know what she was talking about, but she said we talk like Valley girls, oh my god, like.
Oh my god.
Somebody wrote that to me the other day and said, "Can you please stop saying like?" And I'm like, I didn't even know that I do it, but I probably do it all the time. It's nothing I can stop. It's like I can't stop blinking. I can't stop saying like. Do I say like all the time? I don't even know that I do. If I do, I'm not aware of it.
So to me, accent, like American accents from I can maybe figure out a couple, but it's not that obvious to me.
Meghan Markle, she is American, huh? She's married to the prince. He was in Amsterdam when I was there. I missed him though. I didn't get to see him. Meghan, yeah, she's American. That's right. He married an American. I haven't heard her. I don't think I've ever heard her speak. I've just seen her.
So Delia, if you ever want
She's
to
from California.
change
My
your,
God,
if
I
you
should
want
know
to
that.
change your residency or for mine, no problem. We'll do it.
Yeah.
If I leave it, I'm moving to Canada.
Who's moving to Canada?
Delia.
Delilah. Oh. She's always in her own world. She's fun. Delilah.
You can be king of your own world.
Do you know Delilah, the radio show?
Delilah.
Do you even know who that is?
Lovers and Other Strangers.
Do you know Delilah?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Lovers and Other
Delilah.
Strangers.
It's like she does like this thing every
She does,
evening. It's
yeah,
about
she
love.
plays
It's
the
always
song, yeah.
positive and it's always
She gives her advice too.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about this person. Yeah. She's I don't know that I always go for her advice. But yeah, she's all right. Not really my cup of tea.
How old is she? I feel like she's been on forever.
She has been on forever. That's crazy if you know her about her. So she was in Canada. She goes through to Canada. Okay. She's all across the U.S.
Who's from California?
Oh, she
Delilah?
Meghan Markle, the one who's married to the prince.
Oh.
Prince Harry, right? Yeah, William's the older one. Yeah. Freddie Mercury's favorite cat was Delilah. Oh, that's right. I think I remember that from the movie. Didn't they say that in the movie?
There's a song Delilah and a Queen song Delilah.
Leos are wonderful. I'm a Virgo. He's a Cancer. Thank you, Rolling Cottage. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, Freddie's something else. I'm so like into him right now. I mean, I loved Queen, but the movie just kind of like it's a huge resurgence of his music for me, and it's been awesome to listen to him. I mean, I feel like I could listen to Bohemian Rhapsody every day now, and I wouldn't have wanted to do that before, but it has like new meaning now after seeing the movie. It's so great. Yeah, I did a video on it. Watch my video on Freddie Mercury, how that he's always been mixed in with my videos. That's how people found me. It's just what an honor to be associated with Freddie Mercury. Pretty cool. Yeah, very cool.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Will you do the fun?
Okay, we gotta go. I've talked to the radio before. Yeah, me and her.
You've talked
to Delilah? No way. Holy moly. She must have loved that Delilah called Delilah. That's so funny. I called a radio show. I called AM. It was Dr. Dina Dell. I've called this show twice.
Oh,
yeah, I did. And I was so nervous. Oh my God, I was so nervous. They said, okay, Jennifer, we're going to put you on hold. And then as soon as you go live, you'll hear him connect. And I was like, I could hear the radio show in the phone. And then I heard him go, okay, we're going to go to our next caller, Jennifer. And I was like, I remember hearing like him say that. And then it goes click. And then you hear that you're talking to him on the phone. Oh my God. I felt like the world was listening to me. And I asked the stupidest question. You want to know what I asked?
yes.
About mosquitoes. Like, what is their point? What's their purpose on this planet?
What is it?
I'm like, what are they doing? Like, bumblebees have a purpose. What is a mosquito's purpose? I mean, they suck our blood.
Suck your blood, baby.
What is the point? I really think their purpose is just to provide
Spread viruses.
food. Spread viruses. They probably just, provide food for other animals. They're just food for other animals. I don't know what the point is, but live chat, not life. Sorry. I missed what that was. She's a Cancer like you. You're a Cancer, right?
I'm a Cancer.
That's what I thought. Yeah. He's July 2nd. I'm August 24th. I'm like the first day of Virgo, something like that. My mom's a Leo. Meghan Markle's a Leo. I'm not really into signs. I mean, a little, I guess, a little bit, but I wouldn't have like tried to
Me neither.
predict
Totally
my.
not.
I know people who like they want to have their kids like they won't try until a certain month because they want to make sure they have the kid in the right sign. Isn't that crazy? I never thought of that. Ryan's a Gemini. Ryan's a Gemini. Joey's a Virgo like me. And Owen is, I don't know, Owen's May 1st. I don't know what May 1st is. I don't even know what Owen is. By the third one, I wasn't paying any attention, unfortunately. Poor Owen. To remind you that life isn't perfect. It certainly is not. I hope you do more live chats.
That's what makes life's great, is that it's not perfect.
Yeah. It's super fun doing live chats with Eric. It's not so much when I'm alone. I mean, it's okay. It'll be fun to have Joey come and do another live chat. She was a little, not that she wasn't herself, but her boyfriend was right there on the couch, and she might have been a little bit more forthcoming if he wasn't there. But I'll get her again.
She wants to play video games.
She wanted to play video games with him, yeah.
If you could actually put a video of you playing video games, that'd be kind of cool. Why not?
Totally. Kendall, are you a girl? Live in common Virgo, live in Cali, work with kids. Your diagnosis is February 15th, mine is the 16th. Were you 2016 also? Were you the day after me? You're a guy. Okay, I was thinking Kendall girl. Okay. I was about to invite you to be in my private group. I was like, Kendalls that I know are girls. Oh, Ken, is it Ken Doll? Wait a second. You're not Ken. You're not Ken like Barbie, are you?
Ken was diagnosed
No.
right after you, the next day.
No, I was 2016, but he was
the year
he was a year and a day after me. That's right. I think you might have been on the live before. I feel like I've talked about that before. And you're definitely. Do you know Ken like Barbie? He's a guy down in LA who's a YouTuber. He was at a conference I was at. Super nice guy. But that's funny because you're like Ken doll. It's kind of like the same thing, but it's like a play on words. If it's DOLL, you know, like Ken doll. And his YouTube is, or maybe his Instagram or something. It's Ken like. I think it's called Ken like Barbie. Ken like Barbie. I think that's it. I'm in SoCal. Where in SoCal? That it's New Year's Eve and get to spend it with you too. Awesome. Oh, people like are glad they're spending New Year's Eve with us. That's really nice.
It's fun.
I know. This is the most social we've been all year.
True.
No, we did go to 2 parties.
We went to 2 parties.
We did. We got out there and did it. Went to the parties. Talked to people. Had conversations.
Real people.
Yeah. That's Delilah. She wants to wait and make sure her baby's a Leo, so she's planning like the month to get pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, Kira's like that. She like really wants to like. Well, I don't know if she's gonna have any more, but that was like, it had, like there was a certain month like there's no way, there's no trying during that month because you don't want to have this particular
monster.
Yeah, it would be a monster. I'm just not that. Look at. I should always have my Santa Cruz sticker in the shot. That's cool. I like that. Now. I know. I'm seeing things come up on my phone from Instagram. We really should end this. It's the longest video in the history of live chats.
Yes.
But it's so fun to talk. It's so fun to talk to everybody.
Yay.
I know. In the high desert. We'll definitely do more. We should do a live when we go on the road.
Victorville. I feel like
that.
I know that city, Victorville. Where's that?
Victorville.
Victorville
is Hesperia. It's down south. Do you think there's a skate park there? Is there a skate park there?
How did we speak about that city?
I don't know.
Or is there something special like?
Yeah, did something happen in Victorville? I don't. It's
very like super cool.
I feel like I know it just because it's in California, but I don't know. It's in the high desert between LA and Las Vegas. Oh, it's on that road between LA and Las Vegas. Hesperia, I know that name, but I don't really know where it is. Just know it's down south. Yeah. There will be fireworks, probably. We already heard a little bit. Yeah, there'll be something. There's always something. People where I live get them, I think they get them from Mexico, because we have some really insane fireworks. They're like Fireworks
I'm
that
gonna
you
be
see at
sleeping
Disneyland.
so deep. I want to hear any
Apple
fireworks.
Valley. Okay, so my ex-husband's sister's husband, Rome. I don't think you've met Rome, but anyways, his parents have just, well, not at the same time passed away, but anyways, they left them a house in Apple Valley.
Wow.
Yeah, and Barbie said if I ever want to go down there, which would be a little strange.
We're on our way.
Yeah, it would be a little strange to bring my boyfriend to my ex-husband's sister's house. Yeah, yes, Rolling Cottage says.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was in reference to, but that's okay. Oh, yes, they're hanging out with us. I don't know who Rolling Cottage is. It's so funny. Like, I don't know if I'm talking to a guy or a girl or old, young, European, you know, American. No clue. It's kind of funny. We don't know. We really want to know how to go live though with somebody else, but I don't know if it's possible. You know,
How to go live with?
on
Just one person?
YouTube, on YouTube, because I really want to do that with Brittany. I want to have a split screen and go YouTube live with her, but I don't know how to do it. I know how to do it on Instagram and stuff. Someone give us a dislike on our live.
There is one dislike.
We are so sorry.
It's probably
Didn't
like
like us.
from the Scooter Kid or what's his name?
There will be more. I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody will not like something I've said.
Probably somebody that didn't like the subject we were talking to at the time they were watching.
Possibly.
It was probably about
we
Chris
just-
Watts.
Or we discuss sex.
A dislike, boo hoo.
It's okay. We don't lose any
They're
sleep
probably
over it.
disliking the year they're gonna have. 2019 is gonna be so bad for them. They know
Yeah.
right away. They disliked it already.
Yeah. Delilah, don't wait too long. They're tiring. I can't. I had my last one at 37, and that was late.
Mm.
And the odds go up for Down syndrome the longer you get closer to 40. So just know that, research that. I wouldn't wait too long. Not that there's anything wrong with kids with Down syndrome. They're amazing, but you know, it's a little bit more work for sure. Now I feel like I'm drinking wine. This tastes like white wine now. Not bad. I'm 42. I'm on your friends list. Lynn. Oh, I know your name. Of course. Hi, Lynn. I see you on Facebook, probably, right? Oh, she watched me from day one. That's always amazing that there's people that remember me from, my God, it's been 2.5 years now. That's really nice. Thank you. When I just didn't know. So you watched my whole journey. It's been quite a ride. Quite a ride, for sure. It's been amazing. Fun. I never could have imagined when I was just laying over on that couch. So sick. Had no clue what was coming. So many amazing opportunities and changes in my life. All good. All good. Well, what do you think? You know, when we hit off, it's going to have to, like, process this thing. It's
like
take
this
3 hours.
conversation you're having with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and they're like, you're 15, and you, okay, I gotta go now.
I know, we can't get off because
And
we're
you
just
can't
having
get
so much
off.
fun talking to everybody.
It's-
It is hard to, I don't want an engagement ring. This is my engagement ring. Isn't that beautiful? See that? You can't see it because the light's too bright. This is my fake cheap jewelry. No, we're all good. We don't have to. We like, there's no pressure for that kind of stuff. We talked about it in the last video. Year's anniversary because that's when I was diagnosed. Oh, wait, I thought you were diagnosed. Oh, it was my anniversary.
Like the
right.
day you were
Oh.
diagnosed, like it becomes like this
Another
date in your
date,
life
yeah.
that you never forget.
Yeah.
It's like the day you were married, or the day you had your kid, or the day you graduated from high school or whatever, and then
Hi, Bedard.
that
Moon.
becomes that important day in your life.
Yeah, I guess I will always remember. Yeah, it's like the day
of the
the day
diagnosis.
sometimes March 20th will go by and I'll be like, this is like a day. I can't remember. It's the day I was shot.
You think one day the stigma's gonna be so low that I don't remember when I was diagnosed. Was that 2010?
I do get
15?
confused because it's and then I always have to, okay, Valentine's Day is on the 14th. It was the 15th.
Let's say 20 years from now, in 2039, right? Like somebody's being diagnosed with HIV.
Right.
It's just like somebody tells you, oh, you have the flu. You think it'll ever come like this? It's
don't
gonna
know.
be just something like
I
just
don't
a
know.
date you don't even. Oh, when was that? I don't remember, but that year I had
It's
HIV.
the longest epidemic in the history of epidemics, and it doesn't seem like the stigma is getting any better. It's like it just doesn't. Someone told me the other day that I deserve all the shame that comes. She was trying to say it in a really nice way. Well, it would make sense why you should have shame, and I was like, what? Like, it's amazing to me that people feel like I should walk around and feel shame. That you deserved it, you did something wrong, we understand that. Like, wow. I mean, it just.
Let's say you have any other STD, you don't have to disclose it to anybody. Let's say you have any other STD,
What if you
don't
were-
have to tell it to your partner.
What if you're a cat or a dog, and the cat gives a cat something else? You wouldn't look badly upon that cat and go, oh, that cat should have known better. He should have some shame. We're just human people. We're just humans, and it's when morals get into it and everything, then people think, oh, you should feel like you're a bad person, or you've done something wrong.
The thing is, you can be criminally, you can be a criminal if you infect anybody else with HIV and you know you have it. That's the other part of the stigma.
Yeah, I know.
So when that is gone,
They should not criminalize HIV. I'm
so
sorry.
that when that is gone, then you just have any other virus, like herpes or.
Yeah. Thought I would dread it coming up, but I feel like I should celebrate because I'm lucky enough to survive it when people in the 80s. Of course, it is something to be so thankful for sure. Oh, don't be embarrassed. I didn't know stuff either, for sure. I mean, I've learned a ton. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel like they just are not taught anything in high school, and they really don't know. I mean, even people I get so many nurses that are like, I've learned so much more from you than I do my textbooks or my classes. We've almost made it all the way for Delilah. She's only got 28 minutes. She's in the new year.
Delilah.
You never even had any of your almonds.
I can't wait.
Don't you want to eat them
Chocolate
now?
covered. I know. I don't want to eat them. Like I want.
Oh, you didn't want to be rude? You didn't want to eat in front of everybody?
Those are amazing. Can I show my almonds?
Yeah, get them. I'm like sitting there staring at them, kind of
wanting
one.
Can I show my nuts online?
You can show your chocolatey nuts. We had to go there. Oh, thank you. I hope I have made it invisible.
Those are like
Can I have
the
one?
best. Those are like amazing.
It's just a chocolate covered almond. It's not that amazing, but that's how you're gonna open it? Oh.
I don't know. Can you open it?
Oh. Wow, they didn't give a little corner to like. Holy smokes. Oh, there it is.
They decided, let's put the money in the almonds, not in the package. That's.
Oh. They're a dangerous snack. I'd crush that whole bag. I'm not share.
Mmm.
They're all right. They're not my favorite. I had this earlier. Joey got me these for Christmas. I don't know if you guys can see these. They're those waffle cookies. Super good. People always like that, but I think that just of all the lives you have touched. Yeah, it blows my mind how many people. I mean, thank God for social media, because otherwise, how would I have been able to reach people and let them know what I went through, and that it's very reversible. Yeah, always want to give people that hope. I mean, on the same token, everybody, like I get grief for people saying I take it too lightly, but I want people to have hope that are diagnosed, because that's more important to me, that people know that. So that's the direction I always go, is that it's totally manageable.
I was looking for the bone.
Oh!
Because I gave Finn like a big piece of T-bone.
Oh! Is it gone?
Dad find it.
Oh, he ate it. Yeah. It's not like I know everything. My favorite stuff. Someone. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that because there was some. And as much as I want to pretend like it doesn't bother me, there's, it sits with me for a second. And then I realize that if I don't write something back and don't give it energy, it does fade away pretty quickly, and then I don't even remember what somebody wrote, and it's just gone. But if I feed into it and write something back, then then I know like a comment's coming back, and it's just feeding the energy, and so I just try to ignore the bad comments. Because they really do like go away. I don't remember what people say. Even like 5-10 minutes later, I kind of forget. So that's a life lesson, really. To not engage in things, let things go, because they blow over, and then you just forget about them. You really do. Wouldn't you agree?
I do.
Yeah. But it's something you don't really. I don't know. I feel like it could be a life lesson class talking about like, just as much as you feel like you want to have the last word, don't do it. I mean, I learned that in a co-parenting class. Chris and I had to take co-parenting classes.
What's that? Premarital.
After our divorce.
Oh.
Our co-parenting wasn't going well. I don't know, just learned, because we would kind of go back and forth in text messages, and we were really awful to each other. A lot of hurt feelings, and I just learned that if we don't engage, we're not, oh my god, we're so not even, we're like totally friendly now, everything's fine, but it's sad we had to go through that. But I mean, it was just like, if you don't engage, then no one can say, they just give up. Just don't write anything back. It just causes too much drama. I would like to go into schools. They don't want me, and I can't like miss a day of work, and they won't pay me. I've already asked. I've reached out to several
med schools.
Not med schools. I've reached out to several.
You should go to med schools. You should make a list of all med schools and have like an hour, 2 or 3 hours.
They don't want to hear. I'm not a doctor.
They need you.
They don't want to hear about it.
They don't want.
My alma mater couldn't even afford to have me for a 3-hour thing. I couldn't miss a day of work. It was over an hour drive away, and I asked to be paid for it, and they couldn't do it. So I just have to. I know my videos are shown in classes, and that's great. I would be all down for it if anybody wanted me to come speak, for sure. But I gotta get paid. I can't miss work. It's the truth. I guess I gotta write a book. That's what I hear. You gotta have a book to plug, and then you're credible once you have a book. So.
I think it's the old way of thinking. I think nowadays it's not that important anymore. The book, but nobody will read it.
You think that because you don't read, but people read books. They do, and people write to me and say, "Would you please write your story?" They do. Go on Oprah. There's no Oprah anymore. People have written to Ellen about me. I know that. And I've heard nothing. Create an audiobook. I mean, I've written about 30 pages about the beginning of my story, and for some reason every time I go back to it, I keep revising the first 30 pages, and I can't seem to get beyond it, and it's super time consuming, and you really have to get into that place again about like just even remembering taking a triplet, and how I remembered by taking it was me accepting that I had HIV and knowing that you still maybe thought I didn't. And me thinking, and you were thinking you might be. In fact, we ended up at the ER. Remember?
Yeah.
I was so sick, and it was probably 2 nights into it, we still didn't really have any answers. We didn't have a CD4 count yet or a viral load. We still were not 100% sure that it was HIV. And I was super sick. And you were like, we need to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Because you felt like still that at that point that I had not had proper medical care.
It was just worse.
And I was getting worse.
Yeah.
And I was it was turning into AIDS and, well, it was pneumonia. And I remember going to the freaking ER and them even like looking at me like, I remember having to tell them that I had a positive antibody test for HIV and I was sick and I really felt bad and they had me started on this medication and was I supposed to still be feeling like this if I was on medication? What no one knew was that I was starting to have pneumonia. Nobody understood that at that time. So anyways, there was no confirmation at the hospital. That was actually like I remember just laying there just feeling I was just sick. I was just sick. Like they couldn't really help. And we left there feeling like we had no more answers than we came in with.
What year was that? 2016?
16, yeah.
Interesting that 2016, this thing happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
Which has happened to at least 30 million people in the world already.
Yeah.
And they're still don't get it right. And probably still happens today to people that are diagnosed. They still don't know where to go, what to take. Doctors are unprepared for this. Yeah. Nobody is. And that's why you still get so many messages from people that are scared. Doctors don't know what to say. Nobody knows how to act, and there's so many people that have it. I don't. Right. It should be like, okay, there's a specialist here. You need to talk to this person right away.
And it could be like that in other places.
You're going to be on the right path from the beginning. Let's do this right. Don't worry, we'll love you.
True.
Yeah.
True. But don't you remember? That Delilah's leaving us, by the way. And
bye, Delilah.
Miss Journey, just so you know, we've been doing this for over 2 hours, so we're getting off soon. You're gonna have to just watch the video; it'll upload. But yeah, like I remember feeling like that nurse who came in to help me was a man, or if he was a doctor, I can't remember. But I remember he was like, there was not, I don't know, there was like, I feel like he looked at me like more like, oh,
yeah,
like I got that, oh, like there wasn't. I didn't feel like I got any compassion from him or any kind of like reassurance. It was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was awful. Like, I just left there.
You don't need empathy really from that person. You just want to know, okay,
am I
no
gonna
problem.
Feel better?
Like, we take care of it. We know what to do. Mm-hmm. Like if you hire anybody, a plumber, you want this guy to come in and tell you like, yeah, to give me an hour, it's fixed, right? You want to kind of give it to that guy. The problem, he's gonna fix it. It's gonna be done.
I was diagnosed on a Monday afternoon, and by Friday, I knew I had AIDS. There was 5 days, so during that whole week, we were not getting answers. We didn't have viral load or CD4, so we didn't know what was going on, but I was just getting sicker through that whole week, and I hadn't seen my HIV doctor yet. I didn't see her until Friday. And then that's when, I went to the ER on that Friday, and that's when they said, you have pneumonia, you're positive, your x-rays are positive for pneumonia, and then the CD4 count and all that came in. God, I don't know if it was that day or it's kind of a blur. I have it all written down, but oh, God, Christ, that was awful. That whole week was awful.
Maybe for the health system, it's like the worst, like it's not the worst fire. Like they have bigger fires to take care of.
Yeah.
But still... Yeah. There should be some kind of like of things like first if you get a person coming in with HIV, you need to do this, and this. A protocol, like you say. Yeah. That's what went wrong with you, and is probably going wrong with a lot of people.
Yeah, like she said, if you're diagnosed with MS or cancer or whatever it may be, you're offered support groups, counseling, etc. I don't understand. Yeah, I remember asking my doctor if there was a support group, and she just said, I'm really sorry. I mean, I've said it in my video. She was, she just kind of, she's like, there's like, they wouldn't be like anybody you could really relate to. It was basically, it would be like homeless women or women with like drug addictions. And yeah, and then that was what had my mind started on my private group.
Most people that have it also don't want to be helping the others because they don't want you to know about it.
Yeah.
most people that have it don't want to be public about it. So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't want, no.
Yeah, it's
Not interested in sharing.
that's
or
what I love
helping
about the
anybody
private
that-
group. They don't have to go anywhere in public. It's totally like on their computer. It's private, and they feel safe there. Thank you. I'm so glad so many more people know about U equals U when they're diagnosed. I'm so glad that they're finding out about this, not by me. They're actually finding out by their doctor, which is, and that's awesome. It's the way it should be. Oh, sorry. But yeah, there was no counseling. I mean, and people don't believe when they see my videos. I still get the comments that go, "I don't believe that you were told over the phone. That doesn't happen." And I'm like, yeah, it does, and it did. And I think Brittany was the same. And it's not that that is that rare. It happens. It's like the doctor wanted to get back to me as soon as possible when he got that positive result because he knew how sick I was, and there was just no other way to do it. He didn't want to wait till the next day, so he called me that day, and he was like, you know, he was already out of the office or whatever, but somehow he got the results, and he said he wanted to make sure I knew before I went to bed. Trying to go to bed that night was about the hardest thing in the world. When I knew nothing about HIV, I was like, my God, am I gonna die? What's gonna happen? See, Ken was told over the phone also. I have severe asthma, and I have to do my own research in order to find out what medications are available. This is so sad. The doctors are not doing their jobs. I shouldn't say that. Doctors are wonderful, but what will work for me, many doctors barely know anything about. Interesting. I mean, a lot of doctors rely on pharmaceutical sales reps to really keep them informed about what's new and on the market. So maybe the reps aren't doing their jobs. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, what was the big, I used to work in a doctor's office. I also sold pharmaceuticals for a year or two when I was pregnant with my first daughter. So I've been in that side of it too.
Interesting that the doctors are like mostly informed by the reps
For sure.
that work for.
For sure. We come with
so
information.
they are like
When I was
educated by them.
Yeah. It's how they learn a lot of stuff for sure. And online, definitely. I mean, my son ran into a pole at school the other day. He was playing basketball and he just turned and there was a pole there and he just rammed right into it. So he had a bump on his forehead, like an egg, which is really typical when kids run into things. But I just want to make sure he was okay. So I brought him to the doctor. His doctor, she sat there with her phone and she was going like this, and I thought she was texting somebody while she was in her office, and she was actually going right off her phone, and whatever whatever she looked up, it was head injury, and she went down the list asking him if he had this, I mean, straight off the phone. I mean, that's, to me, I mean, maybe it's a site that's specifically for doctors that they have to pay to use.
Maybe they have this app. Doctor diagnose app.
Sky is he's YouTube.
Sky's amazing. Sky's amazing. Look at him. He did a little bit of cleaning up, and now he's looking around like, oh, there's this missing spot. You missed a spot.
Oh, Sky.
Yeah, do it. It always amazes me, like, why now?
He's scared of the world. The poor guy.
Like baby kitty, she like when she sees me, she runs, and then she might just stop and then lick herself a little bit, and then start running again.
Yeah. This guy's really sweet.
Cats are amazing.
They all have very different personalities. All three of my cats. None of them like each other. They're just all very independent. None of my animals like each other. Doctors, if you want
Toby
doctors,
can be...
doctors are good. There's definitely great doctors for sure. More great than not. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Toby can be on that table all day watching outside through the. He can be just there.
Oh, here. Yeah,
all day watching outside.
Looking for a bird,
looking
probably.
for something that will happen.
Yeah. Life is so.
This is
easy
their thing. They don't have the internet.
Look at Sky. Look at him on the screen. He looks. He's just like in love. He's so
Depending
sweet.
if you're a cat or a dog person, you look at a cat and you see that's how I want my life to be.
I used to
I
be
wanna
jealous
just-
of my cats when I had to go to school in the morning. I'd be
Yes.
like, "You're so lucky. Just
You're
get to
lucky.
sit
Just
there all
look
day."
and wait for a mouse.
And I have to go stand up in front of people and talk.
Exactly.
rather,
You're
like,
you're
kill myself.
challenged into doing stuff you don't want to be.
Yeah.
But if you're a cat or a dog, you just need to wait and like
Yeah.
when the cue's on, you just bark. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, you just bark, dude. Like, don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Nobody will care. You'll be fine in the morning. You can still shit wherever you want.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be fine.
And in all
They'll
fairness,
pick it up.
for my situation, my HIV doctor did not know that I was having, you know, starting a pneumonia thing like that. She saw me just as that was starting. So, I mean, everybody tried to see me as soon as they could. It was just kind of a mess about getting in and seeing people and what was prescribed, and it was a rough. I even called 911 one night because my mom had come down. It was her second night here, and she hadn't slept much the night before, and I still hadn't had the right medication for pneumonia. So I was literally treating my symptoms with Tylenol and ibuprofen back and forth every 4 hours, and I was super feverish, incredibly nauseated, weak, you name it. I was a mess. I couldn't breathe. I was laying on my couch, and I thought if I just call 911 real quietly, maybe they can take me to the hospital, and I won't have to wake my mom upstairs because she was asleep upstairs with my stepdad. And I can't believe it. I mean, I remember I could barely reach for the phone to call 911. Joey was asleep. I couldn't call anybody. You must have been sleeping in the Sprinter. I mean, I don't even remember where you were. And yeah, it was really embarrassing. So the fire department shows up with the ambulance, and of course the lights are going. It's probably 11:30 at night. And I texted Joey, "You got to get the door." I called 911. I really thought I needed to go to the hospital. I was so sick in that moment. The ibuprofen or whatever, Tylenol hadn't kicked in, and my fever had spiked again, and I just didn't want to wake my mom up. I just wanted to be quietly taken to the hospital. And then after they got here, I remember there was like 5 firemen standing in my living room, and I'm having to tell them I have AIDS. I mean, that was so humiliating. I remember feeling like the dirtiest piece of garbage, and here I am, this mom with 3 kids, and I'm laying on my couch and I have AIDS, and they all look like they couldn't comprehend what I was saying. And anyways, I didn't end up going because it turned into this whole thing about them wanting to take me to this closer hospital, which wasn't really where I wanted to go because we already knew we'd already been there to the ER, and they weren't really helping me there. So I wanted to go to one in Santa Cruz, but they said, "You're able to have somebody drive you there. We really can't take you in the ambulance." And at that point, my parents got up and, "What's going on? There's all these firemen in my living room." And anyways, the Tylenol.
I don't think I was there.
I don't think you
wasn't
weren't.
here.
You weren't.
No.
Maybe you were.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, you weren't. You
No.
weren't here.
No.
You might have been. I don't remember. You might have been with Ed. I'm not
I
sure.
was in the Sierras, maybe.
But yeah, I was just decided to stay home after everybody was up, and my mom was like, "Why didn't you wake me up?" And I'm like, I felt really awful. I didn't want to bother you. You'd already been through enough. But the Tylenol, I remember just sitting there and telling them, I remember just having my head in my hands and just going, "I think I can stay home." Like, I just remember feeling humiliated and so sick, and it was just like the worst. I couldn't care for my family. I just didn't know what was going to happen with you. My mom was here having to take care of me. I was disrupting everybody's life. I felt like I just disrupted everything because of I felt my carelessness, didn't know who I'd gotten it from, or maybe at that point I did know. At that point, it took about 3 days to figure it out. Thank you! Anyways, you're a great teacher. Thanks. Oh, with HIV? Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. I wasn't sure if you meant like my subbing. All of a sudden I was like, "What, is that a student?" Anyway. Okay, we gotta say goodnight. I'm gonna hang up.
Good night.
We gotta say goodnight. Happy New
We've
Year's.
been trying to
everybody.
say goodnight
I
for
know.
an hour.
We have a hard time saying goodbye. Okay, so how do I end it? I don't mean
Do
to
you
just
get sick?
See, there comes another question, and then we can't hang up. Do you get sick as you take meds
Happy
now?
New
No,
Year. You don't get sick.
I don't. Good night. I know
Just
you
take
guys.
your
We've been on
meds.
here for like 2
You're
hours.
Fine. You're getting a new year coming over, 2019. Here in 2 hours, it's gonna be 2019. We're gonna be sound asleep.
I know. Good night, everybody. I'm not even sure how to hang this up. Oh, there we go. End, edit video, analytics. Oh, I think I have to do it on my phone. Let me see if I do it on here. There we go. Okay, goodbye.